Thank you for your attention to this matter. I can't put my. I'm not going to put my real initials, Emma, but you know what I mean. I could just put politics with that, like PWM. I could do it like that. Politics with that. Okay, tubers. There we go. All right, tubers, we are back up. Super chats are working. We're good to go. Let's see what we got here. Nemo's here. Mad Matt. That'd be funny. Yeah.
Hello.
Hola. You like spicy man? Is that the ghost of Nemo? Not yet. Not yet. Maybe soon, but not just yet. Oh boy.
I had to like walk DJ through a lesson
Not
on
DJ.
on anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism because he tried to say Hassan Piker was an anti-Semite, so I had to play his literal words condemning anti-Semitism.
Now,
and then DJ's like, "Oh, well, I hadn't heard that before." No shit.
Really? Shocker. Shocker. It's almost like they say things that just are a complete and total bullshit.
Yeah.
Now, guys, that guy from last night, KL, he keeps popping in and out of the guest box. And I don't know why he keeps popping in and out of the guest box. So, KL, I'm not sure if you're trying to come up or if you're just being annoying. So, you can either come up and have an actual discussion about politics with us. If you want to just call me a grifter again, I really don't care. So yeah. All right, we got somebody calling in. Let's see. Hi, thanks for calling the stream. Are you a Trump supporter?
Hi. Yeah.
Okay. How old are you and what state are you in?
I'm 30 and I live in Virginia.
Okay. Why do you still support Donald Trump as of August 2026?
All right. It's simple. Kanye West didn't make a song called White People Hail Hitler. And that means something. So if you want to talk about destroying America, we've been getting fucked by Nazis for decades. And
So
Trump
why did you
isn't
vote for
them.
one? Why'd you vote for
Because he
one?
ain't one of them.
Then why did
That's the
then
scary thing.
why did Donald Trump go to dinner with Kanye West?
There's people out here
Why did
getting
Donald Trump go to dinner with
whacked
Kanye
over
West?
that shit, you know?
What's
and they
that?
do crazy things.
Oh, why did you
It's
vote for
really
a Nazi
crazy
then?
that Trump is president.
Yeah, I
That's why
know.
I knew it was the only outcome.
Why did you go to?
It's like
Why
a
did you
wake-up
vote
call.
for him? Yeah, you voted for a Nazi.
Because these Nazis who've been running the show are a lot worse than that.
No, they're
clown?
no, they're
No.
not. No, you
You
voted
got
for
no
a Nazi.
idea, man. You were very ignorant. And
No,
you're
I'm not.
playing that
You're
game.
okay, bud. You're
He's
the guy
not
who just
Hitler.
came on. Hey, okay. Number one, let's start here.
White people hail
Hey,
Hitler?
bud. Okay,
No,
bud.
dude.
Hey, bud. Hey,
It's
bud.
the other way
Hey,
around,
bud.
and
Hey,
you
bud.
need to
Hey,
listen
you
to
have to
Kanye
stop. You
West.
have to stop talking
Again.
now. You stop talking now.
It's been
You stop
decades.
talking now. It's my turn to talk.
You
So,
were
anyways,
interrupting me
you
the whole
stop
time. It
talking
was an
now. It's
argument
my
from
turn to
jump,
talk.
man.
You
You
stop
can lie
talking
about
now.
it,
It's my.
okay, but you know
You
it's an
stop
argument
talking
and
now. It's
not a
my turn to
discussion.
talk. Either
Pretending
you
it's a
stop talking
debate
or I'm
is
going to hang
part
up
of
the
the
phone.
charade.
This is your last
He
chance
does
to
it,
stop
man. You don't
talking
have
because
to
I'm going to
get
hang up the
dialed up.
phone.
You
Okay.
can
Anyways, I don't know what that was about. Why was he defending Kanye West?
I think that he was going to try and do some kind of weird-ass Jenga argument into, well, Kanye West said that, and Kanye West is black, therefore it's okay to hate black people. I think that that's probably where he was going with that.
Got it. Cool. Anyways, here's Donald Trump with Kanye West when he had dinner with him. Oh, and Nick Fuentes, the Holocaust denier. But cool story,
Yeah.
caller. Here, I'll make it bigger for you. There you go. I'll just leave this up here for a minute.
Yeah. Also, I mean, Kanye West has been in the Oval Office at least once. I'm pretty sure he's been there twice.
Absolutely. Let's see what we got here. San, hi, are you a Trump supporter? Hello?
Oh, shit. Did I get on?
That must have been a mistake. That's all right. That's all right, dude. All right. Well, once again, we've got just about 550 people over here on the Tiki Talks. We got some more over on the tubes. Glad you guys are here. Glad you guys are watching. Thank you for being here. Also want to say thank you to Wesley, who just had to go and get the first super chat again. He just said, first super chat, much love. And then Soul of Beer Ken said, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Is this thing on? Yes, they're on. They are working. Thank you. Thank you, guys. So he really thought he did something there, right? That guy, he was like, look at me. Haha. I did something because other people are Nazis and not the literal Nazis saying HH. It's the other people.
Yeah.
I like, okay, cool story.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. And before someone's like, oh, he didn't know, Donald Trump literally said on True Social, this past week, Kanye West called me to have dinner at Mar-a-Lago. We had dinner on Tuesday evening. It was quick and uneventful. They left for the airport. Okay, bud. Whatever you say. All right. So where did you leave things with DJ? Did he understand?
Well, he said that he'll have to read more about it. So I think that was, I don't know. I don't know. To me, it sounds like he's like, obviously he couldn't argue against it at that point, but yeah. We got on that topic because he was talking about, I don't know, how the DSA is a bad thing. And I said, DJ, what if I told you that 90% of polled Democrats support Medicare for all? And he was like, okay, but that's not socialism, or that's not what the DSA wants. And I said, oh, no, that's literally socialism. Yes. And that is, in fact, what the DSA wants, is Medicare for all, yes. And then I told him that Bernie Sanders called himself a democratic socialist long before DSA was a conversation in this. And he is the reason why Medicare for all is so well known. And then DJ tried to argue, well, Bernie Sanders is a rich guy because his net worth is over $1 million, leaving out the detail that the reason that it's over $1 million is because of a book that Bernie published either right before the 2020 election or right after. And the sales for it, that's what got him over $1 million. Mm-hmm. And that Bernie Sanders was either 79 or 80 years old when that happened. And that was the first time in Bernie Sanders' entire life that he ever hit over $1 million in net worth, meaning that it took Bernie 80 years to become a millionaire. But apparently, he's a rich man and he knows nothing at all about not being rich or some shit.
Nothing at all. Aries Diva, hi. Are you a Trump supporter?
I am so sorry. I did not mean to request that. I apologize.
That's okay, friend. No worries. Take care. Christian says, that's not true. He has 6 homes, Nemo.
6 homes? The fuck? No.
Don't. He does not. That's a lie. Kira Clips, hi. Are you a Trump supporter?
Hey, look, I support the president. I'm definitely right wing, but admittedly, you know, I'm probably more in favor of what he campaigned on than his ability to succeed in his campaign promises. So I don't know if you feel that's worth debating. I'd be happy to.
Do you currently support the president? Yes or no?
It depends on the issue. I think he's been very good on some issues. I think recently, especially, he's
if the
improved
election
on
was held
immigration.
today, would you still vote for Donald Trump?
Well, I actually didn't. I was living outside of the country at the time that the election
If the election
occurred.
was held today, would you vote for Donald Trump?
Against Kamala, yeah.
Cool. Okay, so you're a Trump supporter. All right, so how old are you and what state are you in?
I'm 23 from the state of Utah.
23 from Utah. Okay, so what do you support that Donald Trump is doing right now?
I think his immigration policy is very good. I'm an immigration restrictionist, so I think that's one of his stronger issues. But I think, you know, voting to me is important. I think the Save America Act, which he's been a proponent of, although, you know, not, of course, the drafter of, is good legislation.
Even though it
I would like
violates
to
the
see-
Constitution in multiple ways?
In what ways do you perceive it to violate the Constitution?
What's the 24th Amendment?
Well, I'm looking for your interpretation, right?
No, I
'Cause
asked
we're
you a
gonna differ
question. I
here on-
asked you a question. I said, what's the 24th Amendment? Oh, where'd you go? Hello?
I'm here. Can you not hear me?
No, when you leave the app, can't hear you. What's the 24th Amendment?
I don't recall.
Oh, well, that's the amendment that prohibits having any sort of poll tax if you go to vote. So if you make sure to charge people a fee to get any sort of identification to vote, what is that?
I don't believe that's a tax.
Oh, well, that's weird that you say that because the Supreme Court has said that you're wrong. See, in every single state where you have to show identification at the polls to vote, do you know what they offer?
What answer are you looking for?
I'm not looking for an answer. I'm trying to. I don't know why you're. I'm sorry. I don't know why you're laughing. I'm trying to see if you know anything, and apparently you don't actually know anything about this issue. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Don't interrupt me while I'm talking. Apparently you don't actually know anything about this issue. So if you don't know about this issue, you don't know what the 24th Amendment is, and you don't know that in every single state where you have to show ID to vote on the day of, they offer free identification. And the reason that they do that is because if they didn't, their state laws would be challenged under the Constitution because they would violate the 24th Amendment. It's just a simple question. If you don't know, you can just say, I don't know. It's totally fine, okay? So now that we know that, that's the reason why those states offer free identification. Does the SAVE Act violate the 24th Amendment if they force you to get another form of identification that you have to pay for to vote?
So before I just want to say,
does the SAVE Act violate the 20? I don't care what you have to say. I'm asking you a simple question, a yes or no.
Saying
if you're about to say something that tone polices me, or you're going to whine about the way that I run my live, or you're going to be like, I don't like you, blah blah blah. I don't fucking care. I'm asking you a simple question. Do you understand that if you charge somebody to go get an ID to vote, that violates the 24th Amendment? Yes or no?
Yeah, I understand that.
Cool. So the SAVE Act violates the 24th Amendment now, doesn't it? That's the reason why the Senate won't pass it.
Matt, you're not letting me reply. I would disagree with your characterization.
I don't care if you disagree with it. The Supreme Court doesn't disagree with me. So unless you have a constitutional law degree, you're wrong.
Well, Matt, I mean, this would be an appeal to authority.
No, it's not an appeal to authority. The Supreme Court has already ruled that would be a poll tax.
Well, I understand what you're saying.
So
You
that's
said
not
I
an
can't
appeal to authority.
Matt,
I'm literally
I can't
citing
say a sentence.
I'm literally citing a Supreme Court decision. That's not an appeal to authority. You don't understand what appeal to authority is.
No, the appeal to authority was saying that I can't have an opinion unless I'm a constitutional scholar with a degree. That is an appeal to authority.
No,
it's an appeal to.
I didn't say you couldn't have an opinion. You can have an opinion all you want, but you can't argue with a fact. You can have opinion. You can have an opinion and be like, "I like dark chocolate versus milk chocolate." That's an opinion.
Yes.
Thinking that paying for an ID doesn't violate the 24th Amendment is not an opinion. That is just wrong information.
Well, so we understand, right, that the Supreme Court can have differences in quote unquote opinion. So to appeal to the Supreme Court and say, well, this is just what they said, I don't actually think is a super good basis for your argument.
Then why
right?
is it that every single state that requires an ID on the day of voting offers free identification to all of its citizens? Why is that?
Could you, by the way, describe to me like the mechanics of that? Do you mean in the sense of a provisional ballot, or in what sense do you mean?
What do you mean in the sense of, what are you talking about?
Do you know what a provisional
I know
ballot
what a provisional
is?
Stop talking. You're not answering my questions. I know that it's because you
No,
don't
what is it-
understand
what
what
is a
I'm saying.
provisional ballot, Matt?
Hey bud, stop talking for a second and answer my question.
Do you not know that answer, Matt?
understand? Do you understand exactly what
Do you know
I'm
what a
saying?
provisional ballot
yes,
is,
I
Matt?
know what a provisional ballot
is it, Matt?
is.
What is it,
Holy
Matt?
shit! They're ones
What
that
is
are
it?
make sure that ballots that make sure that voters aren't excluded from the voting process because there might be an administrative error in some sort of a way or some sort
That's
of an
not
error
true.
based. Yes, it is. That's what a provisional ballot is.
That's not what a provisional ballot
That's
is.
literally what a provisional ballot is. It allows someone to vote whether or not there might be an issue with like their registration in some sort of a way. That's what a provisional ballot is. They allow someone to vote, but there might be a problem with their registration, so they still get a ballot. Now that I've answered your question, since you needed to quiz me on it, that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. In every single state where there is voter ID requirements, the state allows people to get free identification. If it is not against the law to charge someone to get identification, why does every single state offer that who has voter ID laws?
We might even have a point of agreement here, actually.
I'm asking you question. No. I want an answer to my question.
You won't let me-
I don't give a fuck about your agreement.
No,
I
sir.
asked you a simple fucking question. I said, why is it that every single state that offers voter ID on day of also offers free IDs? I want an answer to my question. I don't want you to fucking monologue. Oh, we might agree on this. I want an answer. Why is that? Why? Is it because it would be against the law if they didn't? It would be because it would be against the fucking Constitution and their laws would be challenged and the Supreme Court would strike them down? Is that why?
Well, I think
that maybe what you should I think that maybe what you should do is you should answer a fucking question straight up, and then we could have a fucking conversation. Oh, why don't you shut the fuck up instead of grandstanding? Answer a fucking question, you little dipshit.
You tell me to shut the...
Answer the fucking question. Why do they have free IDs?
I'll grant you that, because it would be super unconstitutional.
Good boy.
Otherwise.
So now we figured out that the SAVE Act would be unconstitutional if it passed. Good job. He
So
finally
let's
got
agree.
there. It only fucking took us 10 minutes of you dancing around the fucking point for me to say something super fucking simple. God damn, you're so fucking dumb.
So let's agree. Would you be in favor of making all IDs free?
Yep.
And then if they were, you'd be in favor of passing the SAVE Act?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because then we need to take it a step further. We need to take it a step further because the SAVE Act also works to disenfranchise women.
How?
Oh, you don't know about this, do you? Well, see, you've never been married, right? Oh, and you're not a woman.
No, but I work in an elections office, actually.
Oh, really? Which elections office do you work in?
I'd rather not say because I don't think your chat would take very kindly to the place of my employment. But
Well,
it is
wait a
true.
second.
I
No,
mean,
so you're lying. Okay, got it. So you're lying.
no, I'm not. Like I could
No,
talk
you're
to you
lying.
about signature
No,
verification.
it's
I could
fine.
talk to you.
You're lying. It's fine.
no,
But by the way, so what happens when
Dude.
a woman? What happens when a woman changes her name on her after she gets married? What happens when a woman changes her name?
It would depend.
No,
how
it
is she
doesn't
voting?
depend. What
How-
happens
well, how
when a
is she
woman
voting?
changes her name?
How is she voting?
What happens when a woman changes her name? Answer the question.
It is in misalignment with what's on her voter registration. I mean, I don't know what answer you're expecting.
What
of me.
else is it in misalignment with?
I can't play guess what's going on in your head. You have to.
Oh my
like,
God, dude.
Kind of,
Okay.
instead of just saying, "Well, what is it?" Just tell
So
me.
you're
what
not
you're
okay. Got
looking
it.
for.
So you're not smart enough to figure this out. It's also
I'm not playing.
It's also in misalignment with her birth certificate now, isn't it? What does the SAVE Act require
Well, hold
in
on,
terms
hold
of?
on.
Excuse me. You said that you couldn't figure it out, so now I'm just gonna fucking say it because you can't figure it out. So if you want to not have a conversation where I'm not going to fucking ask you questions because you're so fucking stupid that you can't fucking figure it out, I'll just talk at you.
Go ahead. I don't know what you want me to say.
I don't know what you want me to say. I
No, you
asked
said
you
you-
a simple fucking question. I said, "Hey, when a woman gets married, what does that change?" Oh, that's right. It changes her fucking birth certificate. It doesn't change her birth certificate. It changes the name on her fucking ID and everything else changes, but her birth certificate doesn't change. If you need to go vote, what would you need with the SAVE Act?
You need some other kind of identification.
Like what?
Including, it could be a passport, it could be a birth certificate.
Cool.
If you're voting by mail, then we would take a look at the documents that you have registered under you. Typically, there's 5 that are stored, which means, for instance, if somebody was signing an affidavit
Under
when
the
they were
SAVE
voting,
Act, what can you use to vote?
like I just said, you could use a passport, you could use birth certificate, you could use some other legitimate form of state ID.
There's no other legitimate form of state ID. It's only birth certificate or passport. That's it.
Okay, so
Does a real
what's the next
ID
question
work?
you have
Does a real ID
your
work under
brain?
the SAVE Act?
I believe so.
Wrong.
Okay,
Here, Nemo, why don't you
that's-
talk?
I
Why don't you
appre-
talk to this kid? Because I can't. I can't.
All right.
You have to. The SAVE Act basically requires you to show either a birth certificate, which would imply that you were born inside the United States, or something that is sufficiently proves that you're a citizen.
And so what then are the forms of identification that would be sufficient under the SAVE Act? And thank you I appreciate you, by the way, clarifying that for me, because there is some stuff that I just don't know. I won't pretend to know it.
Yeah. So obviously, a birth certificate would show that you were born inside the United States, so that's sufficient. A passport also lists you as a citizen, right? So those are really the only two. A driver's license doesn't, even real IDs. All that a real ID does is basically it says that you are legally within the country. So it is just that your residence is legal. It doesn't confirm whether or not you're a citizen.
But a naturalization document would be sufficient under the SAVE Act.
Okay.
No, that was a question. Sorry, it's
Probably. I mean, I don't know.
okay. So there's things that neither of us know. But you actually honed in on something that to me is important, right? Which is that in many states, the proof of citizenship is actually not rigorous at all. In the state of Utah, for instance, and Matt, I promise I wasn't lying about this. When you go to fill out voter registration, like a voter registration form, you have an option which says, "Are you a citizen of the United States?" And if you hit yes, then boom, that's the scrutiny. It's okay. We'll take your word for it, right?
Oh,
And I
really?
think that
Because
they're
I'm on
actually-
the Utah voter registration page right now, and it says that you need your social security number. Why are you lying?
No, that's correct. Did you know that you can be a resident, or you can be in the United States and have a social security number without being a citizen?
And did you know that when you put your
Well,
social
you knew that, right?
security
You knew
number,
that, right?
Yeah, and I'm about to answer your question that because I know what you just said,
Yeah.
and I'm answering it, and then you interrupted me. So, did you know that there's a database of social security numbers that automatically gets cross-checked, because you can have a social security number if you're not a citizen, even though it's fairly rare, but they automatically cross-check it with that database to ensure that you wouldn't be voting. It's really simple. Or did you not know that as somebody who works in a voter registration office? That's really fucking scary that you didn't know that information.
No, I did actually know that. I deal with this.
I didn't know that. I just wanted to see if you knew it, guys. I just wanted to see if you knew it. Sure,
man,
bud,
calm
whatever
down.
you say.
I prefer
if
this
you
Nemo
fucking
guy.
if you fucking tone police me one more fucking time, I will fucking drop you from this fucking live. Don't fucking tell me to fucking calm down. You literally haven't known fuck all about this thing that you wanted to talk about. So don't fucking tell me to calm down, kid. I will do whatever the fuck I want. I will say whatever the fuck I want, and I will do it however the fuck I want. And if you don't like it, fucking leave.
And you like the F.
I fucking do. And if you don't fucking like it, get the fuck out of here, you little fucking snowflake.
Dude, this is...
Yeah. If you have anything else to say about me, get the fuck out of here. Otherwise, put your big boy pants on and talk about politics.
No, man, I'm not interested in the ad hominem attacks.
Good. Then fucking leave. I don't really care to deal with a little fucking snowflake. I am not in the mood. I am fucking not in the mood. Not in the mood.
That guy definitely sniffs his own farts. He's got that, like, I don't know, that weatherman, news anchor type voice.
I am.
That shit.
I'll tell you guys. This is why Mormons shouldn't be allowed to run anything. No offense to any of you who are nice Mormons. Okay, no offense. I mean that, like, sincerely. I know that there's some of you guys who are really lovely and really nice. So I know that you're not all bad, but like that right there is exactly what the fuck is wrong. All the fuck is wrong with them.
Fun fact about Utah. It's one of, I think, 5 or 6 states that does all male elections. So it's ironically, despite it being a very, very red state, the elections are almost completely done by mail. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Why'd you run yesterday?
Gavin, hi, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, we spoke last night on Lebanon and Serbia.
Oh, that's right. You ran away.
You kicked me, first off.
No, I didn't, actually. You ran away.
Yes, it did. It said disconnected by live creator in all capital for live.
You ran away.
No, you kicked me and muted me in the comments as I was correcting you.
Here's the thing, bud. You can go back and you can watch on YouTube because it's live streamed and everyone can see my screen on YouTube. They all know that I didn't kick you. You can go back and watch it. You left the live. So anyways, how old are you and what state are you in?
I can't answer if I'm muted. I'm 21 and I'm in Florida.
Okay, fantastic. Why do you still support Donald Trump?
Because I praise Israel and I agree with everything that he's doing for Israel.
Cool. Since you don't actually know anything about that subject, is there anything else you'd like to talk about?
Yeah, militias.
What?
Militias. He supports militias.
In the United States?
Mm-hmm. He supports Boy Scout militias, which I agree with. I believe that children should be able to bear arms and fight against the tyrannical left.
Holy God.
God is holy.
This is where we're at now. This is where we're at. Dipshits like this, guys.
I'm sorry that you don't like gypsies, but okay. You think all gypsies are dipshits?
Number one, we don't use the term gypsies. I said dipshits like this. I'm sorry you couldn't understand what I said because I was off the mic. And they're not gypsies. We don't call them that anymore. They would be the Roma.
It's my people.
They would be the Roma people.
We don't call ourselves that.
I don't give a fuck. We don't.
Well, it's
call
my
them,
fucking people.
I don't fucking care.
You don't gentrify my people.
We don't fucking care. You're fucking lying, anyways.
What do you think much stands for? It's for much funnel. The group I belong to.
I don't fucking care. How about that?
So you don't care about anyone else's ethnicity.
Oh
because you're a
no,
white man.
no. Number one, I absolutely
white man
do.
trying to keep
and
me
number
down.
two, you're white too.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Nope.
Yes, you're from the Caucasus.
where
you're
did-
white.
You're
You're
see the
literally,
original from?
if you're a Roma person, you're literally from the Caucasus, you fucking moron. You are Caucasian.
We don't prefer being called Roma. Roma is actually much worse
You
than being
are
called
from
Gypsy.
the Caucasus. If you're from the Caucasus
What about my
Mountains,
cock?
you're Caucasian. Yes, you're
I'm
a little.
not
Yes,
Caucasian.
you're a little cock. Yes, thank you. Anyways, you have a little cock and you are a little cock. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, why do you support children having guns?
Because it's part of the Second Amendment to bear arms against a tyrannical government. That includes anybody in the United States, which means even children.
Has the Supreme
women.
Court said that anyone, including children, can own a gun?
Doesn't matter. It says it in the Constitution already.
It
No.
doesn't. It does. It does. Nemo,
Read
does
the
it
Second
say
Amendment.
that? Nemo, does it say in the Second Amendment that anyone can own a gun?
No.
That's weird because I didn't think so either. And has the
I didn't say own a
Supreme
gun.
Court said that ever?
I didn't say own a gun. I said bear arms against a tyrannical government.
Yeah, bearing arms is also what we're talking about. So does it say in the Constitution that anyone can bear arms, and has the Supreme Court said that anyone can bear arms, or are there limits to who can bear arms? Yes or no?
There absolutely
No, there are no
is.
limits.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, there literally is. DCV
Name
Heller.
limits.
DCV Heller.
Pardon?
See, this is.
I
I'm
didn't
going to
hear
say
you.
it again slow. I'm going to say it again slow. DC V Heller.
Okay.
Do you know what that is?
What does it state?
So the Heller decision is the Supreme Court case that affirmed, or I guess codified, that the Second Amendment applied to all American adults. And in that decision, it states that there are absolutely limits on the Second Amendment, that it is not an unlimited right, much like how the First Amendment is not an unlimited right. That was by Antonin Scalia, who was one of the most notorious conservative justices on the court at the time.
Appointed
Okay.
by Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan was liberal. Did not care for the American people. That's why he gave missiles to Iranians. And funded the Contras. Which subsequently funded all of the cartels that we have to fight now.
I love how, Nemo, I love how giving weapons to Iran makes somebody liberal. Like selling arms to Iran makes Ronald Reagan all of a sudden liberal, as if that was the thing that we could define a liberal as. Holy fuck, kid.
Jesus.
I
Well,
think
it
you
was
should go
America
back
first,
to,
so-
I think you should go back. Where did you say you're from? What state are you from again?
Florida.
Ah, that's it. You guys, yeah, that this all makes a lot more sense now.
Well, let me tell you. My cousin right now, Lotus Michaels, is with a man.
No one gives a fuck about your stupid fucking cousin.
Whoa.
Anyways,
That's-
whoa. No one gives a fuck about your
That's
stupid
racist,
fucking cousin. Anyways,
You want to fuck my 14-year-old cousin? What?
No, I said no one gives a fuck about your stupid
What are you saying to my-
fucking cousin. Anyways,
She's
let's
right here.
talk about District of Columbia v. Heller, which Nemo was trying to explain to you because you don't know shit about fuck all. So Nemo's going to explain that to you now.
Yes, this says. I'm reading it to you. Why are you muting me?
Because we don't need you to read it to us.
You're saying to read it.
No, we're going to explain it to you, kiddo, because your reading comprehension skills are not good.
All right, read it to me because you think autistic people can't read also.
Are you a professional victim, or do you just play one on TV?
Well, we're not on television. We're on TikTok, so.
You don't get the joke. Okay, so that's another point against you. Anyways, DCV Heller just says that you're allowed to own a handgun, and that's it. It puts
Okay,
limits.
so bearing arms.
It puts limits on your right to bear an arm. So, are there limits to your right to bear an arm? Yes, there are. The Supreme Court
This is
said
just
that there
semantics.
are limits. The Supreme Court has also upheld numerous limits that states have put on various ownership and bearing of arms for firearms. They've said that you can have different things like age limits, that you can have certain requirements to own a firearm or to bear an arm, that you to carry one in public or not carry one in public, or to conceal carry, and all these different things. So those are all limitations on the Second Amendment now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Very
However-
good. Okay, good. Now, okay, stop. Now that you said yeah, so are there limitations on the Second Amendment as prescribed by the Supreme Court of the United States of America, yes or no?
Can you still amend my argument from earlier?
Are there no? Are there
Exactly.
because I don't want to and I don't care to. I'm asking you a
because
question.
you don't remember my.
I am trying to get you to understand something very simple, which is the Second Amendment is not unlimited. There are limits on the Second Amendment. Do you understand that, yes or no?
I understand there's limitations on.
Good job. That's all I was trying to get you to understand. I don't really fucking
that wasn't
care
my
about
point.
yeah, okay.
So you don't know how to have the debate. You don't know my position.
I mean,
you didn't
your
understand my
point
position.
your point was about the Second Amendment. How was it not?
What specifically about the Second Amendment?
That you
right
wanted
to
you
bear
wanted
arms.
children, you wanted militias for Boy Scouts. That's what you said earlier. And I don't
Not just
fucking-
Boy Scouts.
What's that?
Not just Boy Scouts.
Well, that was the thing that you said, so I'm steel manning your argument. You said that's what you wanted. I literally am repeating your argument back to you verbatim.
Okay, good. It wasn't my point wasn't done earlier, so you're kind of still manning a half-assed argument, but that's fine.
It's your
so-
argument, so if it's a half-ass argument, maybe you shouldn't have made a half-ass argument.
Well, you cut me off while I was speaking earlier, so I couldn't really get it out. So, anyways,
Oh.
I never did say that there was no limitations to the Second Amendment. I do agree that there's limitations, that some of them should be taken away, especially for felons, even violent felons. I believe anyone can own a firearm. I think that it's wrong for us to like say that, oh, just because someone's this age means they can't do anything like that, right? And like it's the whole thing. Like even liberals talk about how like it's based off like when it took arms from like, or they're trying to take arms from trans individuals. I think that's wrong. I think everyone should have a firearm.
So, I mean, it was a weird example that you threw in there at the end. So, the age thing, was that really your point?
My point was that I support Trump for his support of bearing arms against the violent left and the tyrannical left.
Okay, so one, Trump's history on the Second Amendment is checkered at best. And two, how are you really concluding that he's better for the Second Amendment or the right to bear arms?
Well, because he is part of the Republican Party, and as we all know, the Republican Party is the Freedom Party, and we are the ones who also freed
Weren't you
the
just
slaves.
shitting on Ronald Reagan like 10 minutes ago?
He wasn't a Republican. He wasn't America First.
He was literally the
Republican
leader
was
of the
America
Republican
First.
Party.
He could be the leader.
Did you say that Ronald Reagan wasn't America First?
Yeah.
Really?
Jesus Christ.
Why do you think he sent money to the Contras?
Are you sure about that?
About the Contras or?
Nemo, is this kid trolling us?
Yeah, I think so.
You're
How could I
trolling.
be trolling?
Ronald Reagan, I mean, you realize that the whole Make America Great Again slogan was something that Reagan used originally, right?
Yeah, and Trump tried taking it back so we can try and like have a
Why
better
would
image
Trump
on
try
him.
to take the slogan of a so-called liberal, as you put it?
Because he posed himself as a Republican, and that kind of messed up the Republican Party from the 80s till now. So he's trying to take the slogan back to, bring back the word, I guess, or the slogan, I guess.
To bring back the slogan of
Yeah,
a liberal?
take it back into the Republican Party, because he did bring it into the Republican Party, right? He did use the slogan in the Republican Party. However, he wasn't actually a Republican. It was kind of a disguise, kind of a sheep or a wolf in sheep's clothing. Sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So, again, why would Donald Trump try to use a slogan of a liberal?
Sorry.
Because he was taking it back from the Liberal Party.
the Liberal Party, but it's not the Liberal Party though, right? Because
Reagan is
Reagan was
co-captain
in
general.
the Republican Party.
Yes, and he was hiding in the Republican Party because he knew he would have gotten the most votes during that time, especially after Jimmy Carter. And he knew that if he went to Republicans, he could pander and try and sink his way into the Republican Party and get presidency.
But if that were true, Reagan would never have been a Republican.
Except
because
he was.
Reagan ran against, let's see, I think he primaried. Let me see, who am I thinking of?
Well, he primaried Bush in 80 and then got him to be his running mate.
Reagan ran in 76 also, right?
Against,
yes.
He ran in 76 against Mondale.
That's it.
And lost against Mondale, and then it was Carter Mondale.
And you knew that once he came in after Jimmy Carter, that he can sneak his way into the Republican Party, sell missiles to our enemies, and then fund rug dealers that he could just sneak his way in to make profit for himself, him and Ollie North.
Okay.
So he wasn't a Republican. He didn't have America First values.
I mean, you say he didn't have America First values. Like that's going to be highly subjective. What are America First values?
Make sure not to fund our enemies, taking money and allocating it to other criminal organizations or other nations that have nothing to do with us, such as the Contras in Colombia and Nicaragua.
Do you think that Donald Trump has America First values?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You like kids?
Do you think that let's see, what was it? Saudi Arabia, do you think that they're an enemy?
Not at all.
Oh, they're an ally.
Yeah. We need allies in the Middle East because of Ronald Reagan.
Okay.
Especially after Afghanistan-Russia war.
Hey, by the way, is this Donald Trump?
Here's a 10-year-old from Tennessee. He has a question for the 45th president.
President Trump, I'm Daniel, and I'm 10, and I'm from Tennessee. What was your favorite president when you were little?
Who was your favorite president when you were little?
So I liked Ronald Reagan. I thought he was, look, I didn't love his trade policy. I'm a very good trade. I've made some great trade deals for us, the USMCA. That wasn't his strength, but he had a great dignity about him, Ronald Reagan. Mm-hmm. You could say, there's our president, more than any others, really any of the others. Great presidents, well, Lincoln was probably...
That's weird. Why would Donald Trump praise a liberal president who is masquerading as a Republican? So does that make Donald Trump really fucking stupid?
No, however, it does make him fall for some of the propaganda that was fed to us in the Republican Party.
So he's really fucking stupid.
No, it's very easy to fall
So
for
Donald
propaganda.
Trump is stupid. He's stupid because...
No.
Yeah, he's stupid.
Did you take the vaccine?
He's stupid.
Did you take the vaccine?
I'm so sorry. I don't know why you're asking me about that. I'm asking you a question. Donald Trump just said that Ronald Reagan was a great president and he had a lot of respect for him, and he named him as his favorite president when he was younger. Before he said it was his favorite president before he mentioned Abraham Lincoln. He mentioned Ronald Reagan before Abraham Lincoln. So, one of two things is true. Either Donald Trump actually liked Ronald Reagan and still does and thinks that he is one of the greatest presidents of all time, or Donald Trump is really fucking stupid and was completely duped, and so has every other Republican because he was a liberal in sheep's clothing, and literally every single one of his policies went against everything that the left wanted to do. But you know, you're the one who figured it out. You cracked the code, right? So which is it?
Can I show you a quote also?
So which is it? Did Donald Trump actually say that he liked Ronald Reagan, or is Donald Trump really fucking stupid and he was completely fucking fooled? Which is it?
I don't think he's fooled. I have a quote also.
So Donald Trump really loves Ronald Reagan then. So he just really loves Ronald Reagan and respects Ronald Reagan.
I have a quote.
No, I'm asking you the question. So does Donald Trump actually respect Ronald Reagan, or was he fucking fooled? Which is it?
He doesn't respect him the way you can. I have a quote that from this. Let me pull it up real quick. There you go. Jolly Jolly Kirky. I just about the perky.
Charlie, Charlie Kirky.
Got it. So you're just too stupid to have this debate because you know you just got completely destroyed.
I'm
You're just
trolling. Why the fuck?
You're just fucking trolling.
Why would I like child militias?
Yeah, he's blocked. Don't worry.
There was a video that I saw a few days ago that I fucking love.
Oh.
Hold on. I'm going to send it to you.
Excellent. Celtic Goddess. Hi, are you a Trump supporter?
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to do that.
That's all right, friend. You're all good. Christopher, are you a Trump supporter?
My name's Gavin.
Well, that was easy. Experiment. Hi, are you a Trump supporter?
Oh my God.
I think that was a mistake. Hi, Maria. Let's play Nemo's video because this is good. This is going great. It's going great so far. Oh my God. Seriously? Does anyone want to try something real quick? See if I can. Okay. Nope, sound.
Can follow and surveil the rebel scum because we all know that the flock cameras are not only following the license plate readers, they are following children. They are following children in parks and gymnasiums, and we need this. I need this so I can stalk my ex-girlfriend. Miss Campbell, you must work on your Jedi mind tricks. And when you do it, make sure that when you're double speaking them into telling them that police services have become more humanitarian, make sure that you don't emphasize the detail that you put a ban on camping, and that is why there is no such thing as humanitarian policing for the homeless, because we have effectively criminalized homelessness, which is good. Now we can fill our jails with free prison labor. This technology is a necessary force.
I was going to say not all superheroes wear capes, but in this case...
Yeah?
In fact... real quick, thank you, Catherine, on the Green app, said, heavy on the shut the fuck up, Kira. That was for the last guest. Thank you, friend. Thank you to Brett. Said, cackling as rage bait is cringe. Tucker Carlson Jr. Absolutely. And then thank you to Charles on the Blue app. You should talk about the Tate brothers renting their cards and being frauds. Yes, the Tate brothers rented their shit They were fucking lying about being wealthy. They rented their shit. Can you believe that? They were complete fucking frauds and losers. I love that for them. Also, real rebel trucker on the tube said, $2 super chat said, dude's aware Trump was a Democrat, right? I mean, ish, sort of, kind of, not really. I mean, Donald Trump just gave money to anyone who would, like, do shit for him. Didn't really matter. Nope, sorry, can't do it. Sorry. Getting too many flags. Too many flags. Yes. Hi, Neely. Yes. Oh, that's okay. I know. I didn't see. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good, friend. I know. I didn't see. It's all good. All right. GGB, hi. Are you a Trump supporter?
No, I'm sorry. It was a mistake.
It's okay, friend. Have a good one.
Thank you.
All right. Weird. We're doing a great job.
Apparently, Abdul El-Sayed was invited on to
Jesse Waters.
Jesse Waters. Oh God, it was bad.
Watched
Jesse Waters got the shit kicked out of him.
We watched 3 of the clips last night. We watched let's see. We watched the one where he shit, which ones did we watch? They were all just fucking gold. Oh, let me see.
Did you watch the one where he asked him if he was circumcised?
Yes. So there was the circumcision one. Oh, there was the and then there was the one where he was like, do you know what canon law is? Oh, did you see that one?
No.
Oh, here, I'm just gonna play the audio for you, but just take a listen.
So getting rid of Sharia laws, white supremacy, can you explain that one?
Do you know what canon law is? Jesse, I assume you're Christian, right?
Yeah, tell me.
All right, so canon law is the name for Christian law. I don't begrudge you your right to practice your faith as you choose. I don't know why the idea that I could practice my faith as I choose is a problem. Nobody is trying to push Sharia law on anyone else, just like I hope nobody is trying to push canon law on anybody else, because we live in an America where you should have the freedom of your religion. So the idea that you have somebody like Tommy Tuberville, right, who, barely was good at coaching football, is out here trying to ban Sharia law when there's less than 1% of the Muslim community in America, as if somehow Muslims are out here trying to push Sharia law, that seems to me to be deliberately targeting the Muslim community because they're different. And I'm just saying that, like, I have no issue with people practicing their faith. In fact, I would never want somebody to push their faith on me, and I would never want to push my faith on somebody else.
Good, because no one wants you to get rid of your religion.
And so the idea,
no one wants that.
So, but when people preemptively go out there and start preemptively passing laws to ban something that's not happening, what you're trying to do is target a very small community because they're different. And this operates. I mean, look, I'm just going to say, there's statistical evidence that the president and the vice president
Michigan's
like to target
scary.
me simply
people
as a function
don't
of
go
my
for
faith.
that.
That was just like, you could just see he was just like, oh shit. But the circumcision one,
yeah.
You can see it. You can see it in his. It's like someone needs to make a TikTok edit of that and freeze from it. It's like, and it was at that moment he knew. All right, I'll play it again because it's just so delightful. I'm not going to show it just because I feel like I don't want to get us flat. But just listen to the audio. I'm sorry. Go watch the clip so that you can see go watch the clip so that you can see his face. But I'm just gonna play the audio.
So getting rid of Sharia laws, white supremacy, can you explain that one? Do you know what canon law is? Jesse, I assume you're Christian, right?
Yeah, tell me.
So the idea, I'm just saying.
Enjoy.
What kind of health care you should have. I just think the government shouldn't tell you what kind of health care you should have. And if you're a minor, it's between
You want to
your
try
doctor
on
and your
kids?
parents. Now, if you disagree with that, if you disagree that healthcare decisions need to be made by a doctor and their parents and a patient, then we think we agree to disagree. But you want to put government inside.
So, Abdul,
a clinic
you're
or
a doctor,
hospital
right?
Selectively. I am.
So you think
Well,
it's okay
go
for
ask-
a parent to
you don't
slash
believe me,
his
so just
kid's
go ask Columbia
thing-a-ling off?
University.
You think that's okay?
I mean, do you really want to have this conversation? Are you circumcised?
Yeah, but I mean, that's a
Jesse, are you?
personal question.
Okay,
doctor.
So you probably should want to move on. You probably should want to move on.
Circumcision is different than castration.
I think it's a problem. It's a problem that you think that you get to decide what happens between a parent, a doctor, and a patient. And I'm just saying that, yes, circumcision is surgery on a kid's dingling. So if you really want to bring that up, you can. I just think you guys are really selective about how you want to talk about these things.
Abdul, Michigan's not going for that. That is sick stuff.
Yeah. It's really funny when his comeback is, oh, well, that's really personal. That's a personal question. Kind of like asking people to, I don't know, not do certain things. Asking people about what they're doing as far as gender affirming care. It's really personal.
I mean, somebody in the chat was like, "Oh, you think that Abdul won that?" Yes. Jesse Waters was so fucking outmatched. That wasn't even funny. He was on his fucking heels. Abdullah Saeed even said that he's like, I think you should not. He's like, you should back off this. He was giving him he's like, you shouldn't do this. He literally said, like, don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that the idea that you don't want government in your life, like, that's something that the Republicans love to say, but they don't actually believe in it. Because they do want government in other people's lives. They want the government there to tell them how to live if they don't agree with it. Oh, wait, what do you mean? No, I don't like that. No, the government should tell you no. The government should be in the doctor's office. It should force its way in the doctor's office and sit there, and other people who aren't you and the doctor should have a say in these things. That's fucking stupid. What? Tell me more about how you like small government. What?
Corgi Master, hello. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
Okay. How old are you and what state are you in?
21, Virginia. Do you like Trump?
No.
What's wrong with Trump?
Everything.
Bye, Gavin. Anyways, so our friend Meg tagged us over on the Discord, and this is a minute-long clip from Darling Graham's primary win. By the way, I mentioned this earlier. Well, before I do that, real quick. Number one, guys, thank you very much. We've got 900 people over here on the TikToks. We've got like 150 people over on the Tube. Continue to do all the good things. Let's get those taps rocking and rolling so that we can, get out to the FYP. Would you please make sure that you're taking care of Nemo over here equally as much as you are helping out with the live goal? I appreciate that. If you guys can do those things, it's greatly appreciated because panel gifting really helps pop us back out to the FYP. That helps. Don't worry about my backup account. don't worry about that. But if you take care of him, that would be great. Also, links in our bios if you appreciate the stuff that we're doing. Links also in the description of our tube video. Right down there if you're over on the tube. We appreciate you guys. Yeah. So I mentioned this early, Nemo. I think it was just before you came in, but anyone who wants to talk about fucking DEI, your answer is Darlene Graham. Anyone.
Darlene Graham.
Amazed. Are you a Trump supporter?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I don't know. I got up. I'm just trying to.
It's okay. It's okay, friend. Don't worry about it. Have a good one. Lindsey Graham's sister.
Oh, that's Lindsey Graham's sister.
Lindsey Graham's sister who just won her primary. And so we're about to play part of her speech from her primary win. The one who couldn't answer a basic foreign policy question, even though she wants to be a senator of the United States of America. Oh, she won. And here's part of her speech.
No person in South Carolina has pushed harder for the absolutely terrible idea of turning confused little boys into little girls and vice versa than Annie Andrews. Gun control, government-run health care, abortion until the moment of birth, bad idea after bad idea, Annie Andrews backs them all. I have a different background and vision for our state. I'm a hard worker with a servant's heart. I grew up in the back of a bar and liquor store in one room in central South Carolina. My parents worked long, hard hours to make ends meet. We didn't take vacations. If they were sick, they had to get up and go to work because the doors weren't open, we weren't making money. My mother passed away when I was 11 and my father just over a year later. For the past 30 years, I've worked hard for the people of South Carolina, and for the past 7 years, I've led a state agency. And I understand the struggles facing South Carolina families because I've faced them too.
Now, wait a second. No, hold on. Now, wait a second. If we had Medicare for all and her parents were sick and it was now, they could go and get fucking treatment. They could go and they could go and be taken care of. Holy fucking shit. She literally it gave us the exact fucking reason why we need Medicare for all. Well, also, welcome in, Erika Raiders. Welcome in. Dude, what the fuck? My parents were sick. They died when I was young, but I definitely don't want health care for people.
Yep.
Erika, did you hear this shit?
I haven't heard anything yet. I'm sorry. I got an attitude.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. I came over here to see if you'll let me crash out.
I mean, we don't do that here, Eric. We're very calm. We don't do shit like that. This is a safe space where we maintain.
I'll make it that type of place. You know what just happened to me?
What?
What
happened?
I just lost a battle to Levito.
Oh, now that's bullshit.
Exactly. They don't fuck with me for real. There's that part.
That's bullshit.
I need to crash out.
Well, we need some ops, Erika. So let's see. We might
drop
have
the hashtags in the chat.
W's.
Do the things.
W's, Emily. Tina, hi. Are you a Trump supporter?
Say yes. Say yes.
Tina. Tina is not here. Guys, if you're over on the tube or on Twitch, you can call the number. Call the number and talk to us. We would love for you to call in and talk to us. Call in. Let's have a conversation. We don't like that. Why don't you look? Erika is here, and I know that just the fact that she is a woman makes you mad. I know that makes you mad. Like, that alone makes you mad, right? And then look at that. Look, she's black. Does that make you even more mad? Right? Look at that.
Matt, chill the fuck out.
And she's got a position of power. She has a microphone and she can say things. Does that make you angry? Come be mad. Look, I'm trying to get you somebody, Erika.
Jesus Christ, Matt.
What? I thought you wanted to crash out on
God,
somebody.
don't say shit like that.
What? I thought you wanted to crash out on somebody.
No, the woman part was enough. Don't do the black thing. Come on. God damn it, Matt. We're going to have a conversation about this, Matthew.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I was saying I thought it would make them mad. I thought it would make the MAGA upset because you're...
No, I don't feel like... No, not the race thing. Matt, come on.
Okay. All right, sorry.
Jeez Louise, what are we doing?
Sorry. Okay, I'm Middle Eastern. Look, I'm probably... Look, do that could be mad
Nemo's
at me.
white.
I will have you know that I am 80-something% British, which includes
Bland
Scotland, and England didn't think that the Scots were white. So,
Hag is white.
by proxy, that would make me approximately 20% not white.
Bruh. What? What?
Also, according
Use my
to
fingers.
23andMe, I am approximately 1% sub-Saharan African. That part's real. I mean, yeah.
Do you fill out black on your application?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
No.
Then it doesn't count. It doesn't count.
That's living
This
on
is
hard
wicked.
mode. There's no way.
My God, today, Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I can't believe I'm here. I'm going to crash out on YouTube. That's what's about to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Matt's about to get an essay. I don't have the energy.
That's fair.
Yeah, we were just listening to Lindsey Graham's sister talk like a dumb bitch for 60 seconds
Jesus.
about... I mean, I don't really know
She
how else
won
to describe
tonight.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
That's wicked. She's not smart.
No.
She doesn't know much about like politics and stuff. I do have a question. How the fuck did she win?
South Carolina.
South Carolina. I was going to say the same thing. I guess that's South Carolina for you.
Yeah.
But like she legit has no experience. The only thing she has is a last name, and her last name actually isn't even Graham. It's something else, but she uses Graham.
Oh, really? Her last name isn't actually Graham?
No, she's married. She has a She uses her last name is legally her married name, but she just uses Graham, which is her maiden name.
Well, to be
you're
fair,
right. Nordone is her actual name. Wow, geez. Look at her.
Nikki Haley's real name is not Nikki, and she's governor of
Isn't she
South
Indian?
Carolina too. Yeah.
Yeah. Why do you feel like they have to Anglinize themselves? Never mind. That's a stupid question. Never mind. Never mind.
Isn't her first name like Nima? It's like Nima.
Nimrata.
Nimrata. Yeah. It's a very Indian name. Yeah. Very Indian. Yep.
It's I don't understand how she won. I'm sorry, guys. That's fucking crazy. What did she say about Medicaid?
Well, so here I'll play the clip. I'll play the second half of the clip again. So she's talking about her opponent in the general.
I have a different background and vision for our state. I'm a hard worker with a servant's heart. I grew up in the back of a bar and liquor store in one room in central South Carolina. My parents worked long, hard hours.
Oh, sorry. Here, let me start it.
Until the moment of birth.
All right, sorry. Here we go.
Gun control, government-run health care, abortion until the moment of birth. Bad idea after bad idea. Annie Andrews backs them all. I have a different background and vision for our state. I'm a hard worker with a servant's heart. I grew up in the back of a bar and liquor store in one room in central South Carolina. My parents worked long, hard hours to make ends meet. We didn't take vacations. If they were sick, they had to get up and go to work because the doors weren't open, we weren't making money. My mother passed away when I was 11 and my father just over a year later. For the past 30 years...
That's the only important part. And then so we were just saying that I was like, isn't that second half, isn't that basically an advert for Medicare for all? Like, if your parents get sick and then they died within a year of each other, like, don't you want health care? Don't you want that for people? But you were just railing against it? Like, make that make sense, Darlene. Make it make sense.
Remember, to certain people, struggling, hardship, all right, is some type of like, is something that they take pride in. Remember? So they won't be able to see that, you know what, maybe we should have a better way of life. No, they believe in struggling, right? Yeah. In overcoming. Because there's a reward for them at the end of it, remember?
You need the bootstraps, otherwise it wasn't worth it.
Yeah. It's like they tell the stories like, did she say she was raised in a barn? I don't know what I heard. I don't know what I heard. I kind of tuned her out. I'm not
in the
gonna
back
hold you.
of
That
a
shit's
liquor
annoying.
store. She was raised in the back of a liquor store.
The fudge?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Why? Did they own a liquor store?
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, bar and liquor store or whatever. I don't know what the fuck. Whatever. The whole mythos behind Lindsey Graham is that, like, yeah, his parents died and then he raised his siblings and, you know, and made something of himself and blah blah. Like, that's the whole. That's the
That's
thing.
his whole story.
Yeah, that's his shtick.
The lore, the legend.
Yeah.
Whatever.
They're martyrs. They're all martyrs. They all have to suffer.
Yeah.
They all had to be. And then just because they want everyone else needs to also.
Exactly. Because if I did it, you can do it too.
Yeah.
Right, Nemo?
Yeah. I made a video on that year. It's been forever ago, but I talked about that mentality. So that is sometimes called survivorship bias, right? You know, well, if I can do it, so can you. Like, I made it, so you should be able to make it. It's survivorship bias. And it's basically the idea of, like, not understanding all the people that did not make it, right? For whatever reason. The example that's often cited with survivorship bias is it's from World War II, where a plane, there was this certain kind of plane that kept getting shot down, and every time that one of them would make it back, they would look where the bullet holes were, and wherever the bullet holes were, they would put more armor on those spots. They would make them tougher. But the planes kept getting shot down, and they didn't understand why. And then somebody said, okay, why don't we look at the planes that didn't make it back instead of the ones that are making it back that we're fixing. And so when you look at the ones that didn't make it back, you find that all the spots that weren't getting worked on, that weren't getting armored up, those were the spots that were getting hit. And so survivorship bias is saying, well, okay, this one made it back. Let's use this as the blueprint because this is clearly the correct thing that we should be looking at, when it's oftentimes the wrong thing. And you're blind to the pitfalls of other things. And so that's survivorship bias. There's also this other thing called strict father morality or strict father mentality. And so those two things are really common with conservatives. So strict father morality or strict father mentality, which obviously there's heavy, patriarchy ties to that. It's the idea that, like, well, you have to have a paternal mindset whenever you're talking about government, and you must take on the role of the strict father. So you can't give too much, you can't spoil. And so you got to be strict, you got to be stern. And that's something that that is something that kind of shapes the mindset of a lot of conservatives, is the whole, oh, well, this is the government. We can't just give things, because if we give things, then people will be spoiled, they'll get lazy. We've got to give them just enough to keep them going, but we can't spoil them, and we can't give them too much. We've got to be strict with these things. You got to really make sure you actually need this thing. And that guides a lot of Republican policy. So, yeah.
It's very concerning. It prevents it's regressive in my opinion. It keeps us from being able to move forward to like a better society. Right. And even though you just did a great job of explaining it, I still can't understand how people don't want more. They don't want better. They are simply okay with how things are right now. And some even want to go back to how things were like decades ago. It doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. I don't understand being stuck. I think that's what the thing is for me. I don't get it. Like, don't you want better for yourself? Shit.
I agree, Ari. It's all me. That's all we. I mean, that's all we hear. It's because that's all, and it clouds everything. They can't see that. They can't see. They can't. They can't see the forest from the trees. They can't take the step back and understand that any of that little gain that they might get, that little bit, they can't step back and be like, oh, wait a second, if I did the collective, if I helped and worked with the collective, then I could do something bigger. I could do something better. I might end up in a better spot. Real quick, as we move on, thank you to Just Devin, who said, with the $5 super chat, gender-affirming bottom surgery is already not allowed with children. Correct. The vast majority of adult trans people don't get it either because of the cost. Also correct. Zan Batu, thank you for the $20 super chat. You said, is it just me, or does the crowd that is booing for her sound like the crowd of peasants from Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolves? Maybe? I don't know. Hello to our friend, Mr. Melvin. Mr. Melvin says, bonjour. Matt, hi, Erika. Hello, Nemo. I thought we were supposed to be making the world better for our younger generation so they wouldn't have to struggle like we did. Am I missing something? No, you're not missing anything. It's just that we're dealing with a bunch of assholes.
That part.
Yeah. And then thank you to Joel with a $10 super chat. He said, elites and Epstein class see social safety nets as a threat to money and profit, as these things make labor less tied to being labor in order to have a bare minimum existence, such as healthcare, housing, and food. That is an excellent point. That is absolutely a way that they look at it, because then it's not something that is oh my God, you're not clawing and you're not struggling, and so they're like, oh no, we can't have that. And then lastly, thank you, Wesley, who wants to mute Jason Station, who is back being a nuisance. They still haven't gained the testicular fortitude to call in and talk to you. I'm done listening to it tonight. Hi, Matt, Nemo, and Erika. Y'all are awesome. Chat, hit that like button like JD hits on couches. W's to you, Wesley. And then also, thank you to Rebecca. Said, if you get a moment, look up the military gentleman that was arrested and brought up on charges for speaking out against Trump, and I guess it's something that's only happened twice since the 1950s, I believe. So,
damn.
Yeah, we'll have to pull that up. Who do we have here? Maria, hi. Are you a Trump supporter?
Oh no, I'm listening to you guys. I support you all the time. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to request that.
That's okay, friend. Have a good one. Guys, if you are a Trump supporter, would you please hop in the box, have a conversation with us, or you can call in. That phone number is right above my head. It's right above my head. It's also pinned in our chat on the tube. So yeah, there you go. Call in, talk to us. We would like to talk to you. We'd like to have a friendly chat. No one wants to yell at you. No one wants to crash out. We just want to have a friendly conversation with some friendly people. Look at these friendly faces.
Nemo, smile.
See, look at that. Look how friendly everybody is. So friendly. We just want to have a
Have you
conversation.
gotten anyone tonight?
We got a couple.
Oh, really?
Well, they weren't great.
We had the kid who was trolling. We had the one guy who wanted to talk about
we had
the
one
SAG
dude.
Act.
Yeah, I think there were two dudes. One, I assume he wasn't actually conservative. He was trolling.
Mm-hmm.
The other dude, he was trolling, but he was a psycho. And then we had another dude who he sounded like, I mean, kind of like Jesse Waters, actually, come to think of it. He had like the whole like news anchor weatherman kind of cadence. And he was arguing for the SAVE Act, and yeah, just extremely pompous ass sounding dude, just really fucking pompous. Ironically, he worked at an elections office in Utah, which the thing with Utah is that they do all mail elections. Like that, they're like the only red state that does that. It's really weird. But this guy's arguing for the SAVE Act, which I think that it puts restrictions on absentee ballots or mail-in voting. So yeah, that was just insufferable.
I don't understand it. Mm-hmm.
I was just going to say, Air Force Major Jason Watson has been accused of committing 3 Article 88 violations for making, quote, contemptuous remarks about Donald Trump, 5 Article 92 violations for disobeying orders, and 2 Article 133 violations for conduct unbecoming an officer. An Air Force spokesman confirmed the charges were referred on Monday. Major Watson will continue to be held in pretrial confinement. Airmen are afforded the right to due process and considered innocent until proven guilty in accordance with the UCMJ. So, yeah, Article 88 criminalizes commissioned officers' use of contemptuous words against the president, vice president, Congress, and other key officials. These charges are rare, as prosecutors must prove the words were explicitly contemptuous, meaning insulting, rude, or disdainful, rather than protected or fair criticism, which makes convictions difficult. That's very interesting. So I wonder, it seems like it might be hard to get a Might be hard to get a conviction.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech, but I guess not with the UCMJ because he did it in uniform. So, yes, it's the guy who stood on the steps of the Capitol.
So they're like a rule that they can't do it. I'm sorry, I was ordering food. Sorry, I'm hungry.
Well, what did you get, Erika?
I got garlic noodles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm in Vegas. I don't know if you can tell.
I'm not gonna blow up your thing and look at your hotel suite. It's fine. But
it's not a suite. It's just a room.
All right, or your
not
hotel,
sweet.
whatever. Okay, it looks nice. I'm just saying, it looks nice.
I'm in Vegas, and I'm going to not do any Vegas stuff. I'm gonna lock in and focus. Cause guess what I did, Matt?
What?
I left my medicine at home. My ADHD. It's gonna be fun tomorrow. I'm just gonna have caffeine, and hopefully, it's a good substitute. And we'll see what happens. Yep.
I'm gonna pray for you, friend.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm pretty smart. I just gotta lock in.
It's that part I'm not concerned about that part. It's just as somebody who also deals with the issue. It's tough.
Yeah, but I'll be fine. I'll definitely be fine. So I have that. I got 2 days of filming to do, and then I'll be perfectly fine. And then I go home.
So you're not doing any Vegas thing? Nothing? No.
I don't want to.
No? Okay.
I don't want to.
Not going to go to the pool?
Nope.
No?
Oh, I don't like public pools.
Okay. Well, fair. Totally fair.
Yeah, I actually hate public pools.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah. I think they're gross.
That's right. I'm not going to go to the pinball museum?
No. I don't have the time.
I was going to say you're probably going to be pretty busy, actually.
Yeah, the filming is from 11 to 5 o'clock. And then it's super hot outside. So it's not I want to be walking outside or anything of that nature. And I don't like gambling.
Yeah.
I don't want to go shopping because I don't have enough space. All right. And so there's that. And so no.
Did you do
I'm
that
being
on purpose?
Disciplined.
Did you do that on purpose?
Yes, I did.
You did that
yes.
on purpose.
I did it on purpose. I legit did it on purpose.
You're smart.
So, because I don't want to go gambling, and I don't want to go shopping. All right, I'm not gonna go buy anyone any Legos because, for the love of God, that kid has a lot of Legos. All right, so there's that. No, you can't get an emergency supply of a Schedule II substance.
No.
Yeah. ADHD meds are considered drugs, the real stuff, narcotics.
Odds are, guys, that Erika probably can't say what she's filming, but she'll probably let us know when she can. Usually with these types of things, you're not allowed to say until the thing is being released. So I would say don't ask because she probably can't say. Just FYI. I know a lot of you are asking in the chat, but just FYI.
Legos are the best. Someone said a pool party after I just said that I don't like public pools. You're not listening. Joy is not in Vegas anymore. Joy is already halfway home.
He literally flew in for a day.
Not even a day, bro. He flew in for a few hours. And as soon as filming was over, he went right back to the airport. Yeah.
It's gone.
Yep, exactly. He was like, I'm homesick. I was like, bruh.
All right. Well,
bruh.
I know. So now I know who I'm not hanging out in Vegas with, and it's either of you two. So No offense, but
Oh, Nemo or Joey?
Well, you were Joey. I mean, probably Nemo too. I don't know. I don't
Listen, I am trying to be an adult. If I was with my friends, it'd be a different story, okay? But I am trying to focus, all right? Because again, I have to film. I have to go talk to people. I gotta lock in.
Oh, look! Speaking of, look at that. He's already on the plane, almost home.
Yep. See, there he goes, right there. Joey, I told you.
There you go. Joey's he's on the plane. He's going home. There you go. We got all the people here. Look at that. Except for Trump supporters.
Yeah. Except for Trump supporters. They suck. Trump supporters are pussies. Can I sing a song? That typically, because they're not calling, so I think you and Nemo won. You guys won. You won the night. You are the champions.
You're here too. You win too.
I didn't get to talk to anyone though.
Doesn't matter. You're by default. You win.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll take a participation trophy. Lies, no, I won't.
I mean, we are millennials. We are millennials, so I mean, we were basically blamed for every single. Here, you want to yell at somebody? Here.
Yes.
Oh, they ran away.
Come back. Who was it?
This kid who came up last night and accused me of being a grifter.
Oh, that kid was weird.
Yeah. He was, but I was like, if you want to yell at somebody, go for it.
It was a guy who said that at the 5-second mark or some crap like that, and then he's like, "Is that 6 something?" And I was like, "No, bro, you said 5 something."
I know, it was so
you
funny.
changed it.
It was so funny. I was laughing. Yeah, that kid, he was in the.
You're
request
grifting,
box
Matt.
and he
You're
ran away.
grifting. People don't know what grifting actually means.
You literally need to be lying about what you're doing for money.
Yes.
That's the grifter. Greg says you're a grifter, Matt. Don't deny. Yeah, there you go. Just
yeah. Yep.
I thought Matt was a young bite your tongue. L.
No, Matt's definitely a friggin' millennial. See, they think you're old, friend.
This is not the day to funk with me. Not had a good day, and do not. I'm a zennial. Thank you, zennial. Christian says certainly looks it. Well, sure. That's what
Fuck
dealing
off,
with.
Christian.
That's what dealing with dipshits like you will do to you. Here, I've invited you to come on up, Christian. There you go. Come and have a conversation then, since you're Mr. Big Chatty Chat in the chat there. Come on up.
Matt.
What the fuck?
It's a chatty chat.
There he is.
Where's Nemo?
Christian, hi. How are you? Are you Trump supporter?
Good. It was just because of your beard. Was all.
Oh, it's just because of my beard?
Yeah, the gray.
Cool.
So.
No, Christian, say it with your chest. Just say, Matt, you're old.
No, I actually don't know how old you are, so yeah, I just assumed you were older. But anyway.
57.
Cool story.
I'm gonna get dropped.
So you're just you're not a Trump supporter?
I'm just hanging out, listening, making just random comments. That's all. I voted for him the first time. I voted for him this last time, and
thank you, Paul.
If I had to do it again, would I vote for him again? No. Would I vote for Kamala? No. So yeah.
Wait, those are your only two. Let's say those are your only.
I know
two options.
those are the only two options, but yeah, no, it's so that I had to choose. At the end of the day, no matter what you do, you choose what in your head what you feel is like. I guess how you call it, the lesser of two, not evils, but that's the term.
And you
or
thought
the
the guy that tried to
colloquial.
steal an election was the
But
lesser of two
colloquial.
evils. That's wild.
Sorry to hear that. What?
I said you thought the guy that tried to steal an election was the lesser of two evils. That is wild.
Okay.
Why? Why did you think that he was the lesser of two evils?
Well, with Kamala, I just never felt like she actually had a position. Okay, yes, on her website she had a position. Okay, and I never felt that she actually was out. Again, there was not enough time for her to go out there and defend a position. And I'm not just going to vote for somebody just because, like, hey, somebody's. I'll give you an example. Like, I voted for Obama. Okay, so it's not like I'm like beholden to like. I'm not like MAGA where it's like you're in this cult or whatever. And I mean, I've voted for a lot of different people, but it's just that at that point in time, I was not going to vote for Biden again, or Biden period. And with Kamala, I felt they put her out there just to put her out there. That's literally what I felt, because they had nobody else. It was a short period of time, and I think they kind of set her up to fail. Is what happened.
So you voted for the guy that tried to steal an election instead.
But then also, like, you say that they it's not, you're not even making a critique.
Well, the Democratic Party.
You
the
keep talking about
Party.
they.
I mean, that's who puts people out there as the party.
You're not offering a critique of actually Kamala Harris. You're offering a critique of the Democratic Party.
Well, no, part of
But,
what I
like,
said is
what
them,
would
the actual party, because they're the ones that put her out there, the actual party. Secondly, is her.
But what would be the
the critique of her is that she never went out there to actually defend her actual position. Most of what she did was on her website, which again, if like personally, if it was me, again, I'm not running for any office, I'm not doing anything. If it was me and I know I have limited amount of time, ideally what I would want to do is I would want to be out in front of as many people, front and center, getting everything out there as many times as possible and answering every question, like just being, not doing a rally, but actually like doing more interviews and just being out there center stage in front of people. And I don't feel like that happened enough with her to where she answered enough questions. So that's just my critique. Again, everybody has their own opinion of everything. So that's it. So, I mean, I'm not here to I'm not going to defend Trump. I don't believe in the Iran war. I don't believe in a lot of things that have happened. Trump 2.0 is basically the swamp of, it's counter to what and that's why like when that troll was on earlier that said Reagan was a liberal. You basically could have taken everything he said about Reagan, and that's why I put it. Trump is basically the exact same thing, because literally, if you took everything he said about Reagan in that, your name is Matt, that you called him a troll, which he basically was. You could have taken everything he said about Reagan and said, well, isn't Trump doing the exact same thing? I mean, literally, you could replicate the exact same thing of what he said. I mean, it's just yeah. So I don't know. I'm very disenchanted with a lot of everything that's going on. So I have nothing to defend. I can't defend anything at this point in time. So right now I'm very disenfranchised.
Can you guys hear me?
Very well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fantastic. All right. So yeah, Kamala Harris did like over 100 interviews in 107 days. 107 days is what she had, and she did over 100 interviews. She did a lot of interviews, It's possible that she didn't do the interviews that you wanted to hear, that you watch, okay, or listen to, but she definitely did interviews. She answered a whole lot of questions. She even talked to Fox Entertainment. So, I mean, there's that part. I mean, a critique of Kamala Harris wouldn't be, oh, she didn't do enough interviews. It would be more so about the policies in which it is that she put forth to the American public. Now, when you say she didn't defend her record, I think that she did, in fact, defend her record. And she did it quite well, in my opinion. All right. She definitely talked about how she would improve immigration enforcement. She talked about that. She also talked about also her stance on 2A. And she spoke about how she felt about countries like Iran and the threat that they pose to the American public. Right? She spoke about all of these things. It's possible that you weren't listening, but she had policies. She did have policies, and she spoke about them. She defended her record. She talked about how she was able to stymie the migration, the influx in migration from the Northern Triangle. All right. And I mean, I just like when I hear what people say in regards to Kamala Harris and them not choosing her, it never quite actually clicks. It never clicks. It never makes sense because it's we can look at Donald Trump and see how he handled the pandemic and say that dude did a really bad fucking job. Man, we can look at how Donald Trump, all right, what else did he do? How Donald Trump in his first year, how he bankrupted thousands of farmers. And so to the point to where we had to do a $32 million bailout for farmers in the United States of America. All right, we can look at that, and that's just surface level stuff. All right, we can look at how he fucked up, all right, our trade relationships with other countries, specifically China. We can look at that. All right, and then we can take a big old look at January 6th and say, you know what, that was really wrong. And then his actions after January 6th and how he continued to deny the election results for 2020. Right? The words that he used. I mean, I don't understand. I whatever.
And again, I don't I believe 100% that he lost that election. I'm not here to say like, I'm not one of these people that says like, oh, he didn't lose. I'm like, I understand how math works. I actually had a feeling when he ran against Hillary, I like when things started happening, I'm like, nope, he's actually going to win this. And I was up to like 3 a.m. with my buddy in my man cave. And I'm like, and we saw him win. And then there was another thing happening. And it's like, I knew this time though, that it was going to be another win with the way it was happening. But again, I think okay, here's what I'll say. Here's what tuned me out with Kamala. And again, and maybe it's just me being stupid. Who knows?
But can I just real quick though before you move forward? You didn't really address what both Erikas have now said, which is
there's two of them. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know there were two of them. I apologize.
That's okay. There's one on top.
You didn't realize that I was a different person to the other Erika. We sound very similar, actually.
Not really, but I didn't even know what was happening. I apologize.
That's okay. I just wanted to point out that they've both said to you now and both made the point that Donald Trump tried to literally steal an election and fomented an insurrection against the United States. But you still were like, that guy.
Yeah, I don't again, that stuff. Yeah. I don't support any of that again. And again, it's going to sound like a bunch of fucking excuses. It sounds terrible. It does, as I'm saying it right now. But it just came back to the original time when he ran is still what I was going off of.
You know why it sounds like a bunch of excuses?
And that's what I just said. And
No, Christian, you know why it sounds like a bunch of excuses?
Because it is.
Because it's a bunch of excuses,
right?
Yeah.
The biggest thing that turned me off for Kamala was just one comment she made. And again, that can happen for anybody. You can be turned off by one specific thing. And if you're asked a direct question and you ask, what's one thing you would change that happened in the prior term? There's ways that you can say things that don't insult the other person or make them look bad when it comes to Biden or anything that happened with him. There's plenty of ways that you can frame it to not make it sound bad, but still change the scope of it. But to say that you would do nothing different, but hold on. But to say you would, hold on.
Because you are just making a bunch of excuses.
No, that's not an excuse. That's ma'am, that's not an excuse.
Instead, you voted for the guy who tried to steal an election, and that's the last time I'm going to say it. And the two times I've said it, the 2 times I've said it before, you've literally not replied to it. You've sat there in silence.
I'll reply to it.
You know that anything you say in response to that is just an excuse. Anything you say.
No, not really. Actually, the reason why I wouldn't vote for her is because of what she said. That's it. It's plain and simple. You have one response to give to, if you have one thing that you say and it turns me off, it's just going to turn me off. Did he do a lot of things that have turned me off? Sure. Did I still vote for him? Sure. Because again, at the end of the day, who else am I going to vote for? I have 2 people to vote for. I mean, I can't vote for a third party. There's no third party that you can vote for.
You voted for the guy that incited insurrection. Well done, you.
Cool. That's your opinion. I mean, I mean, it's no matter what again, hindsight is always 2020. I mean, you could say like Trump screwed up everything. Who knows? Take Iran out of the whole situation. We don't know what situation we'd be in right now if somebody else was in office right now. We honestly don't know.
We actually do. We actually do.
We don't.
No,
we
sure
could say we do.
No,
but
how
we
about
don't.
this? No, we do. Here, let me ask you. Look, it's real simple. Let me ask you a couple of questions. Did Ronald Reagan go to war against Iran?
No.
Did George Bush Sr. go to war against Iran?
No, but they've all
Did
talked
Bill
about
Clinton
it.
go to war against Iran?
No, but everybody's
Did
talked
George
about it.
W. Bush go to war against Iran?
No.
Did Barack Obama go to war against Iran? Did Barack Obama? No, he didn't. He didn't. Did Barack Obama? No. Is that Iran?
No, but it's Iraq.
Is that Iran? Are Iran and Iraq the same fucking country?
Well,
I asked you shut the fuck up. Don't fucking tone police me. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. You fucking dipshit. I'm not the one who voted for somebody who tried to fucking insurrect our fucking country. Now, Iran and Iraq are 2 fucking different countries, and the question I fucking asked is, did George W. Bush start a war in Iran? The answer is no, because even though he was a fucking moron, he still didn't do that fucking stupid shit. Now, did Donald Trump and his... Shut the fuck up, I'm not done talking. Now then, shut the fuck up, I'm not done talking. Now then, did Barack Obama start a war in Iran? Here, I'll answer for you, since you don't know the difference between Iran and Iraq. The answer is no. Not only did Barack Obama not start a war with Iran, he actually had a diplomatic solution and signed a deal with them to stop them from having a nuclear weapon that Donald Trump promptly ripped up. But even still, Donald Trump didn't start a war with them in his first term because he had military advisors around him that were smart enough to make sure that that shit didn't happen. And then Joe Biden also didn't start a war with Iran. So since the Islamic Revolution, has any fucking president started a war with Iran? Has any president started a war with Iran since the Islamic Revolution up until Donald Trump?
No, obviously.
Cool. Good. Good job. You got one fucking answer. Good job. So now we know exactly what every other president would have fucking done. Which is not start a fucking war with fucking Iran for no fucking reason, you fucking idiot. So you can't sit there and go, we don't know what Kamala would have done. We know exactly what she would have done, which is not do Bibi Netanyahu's fucking bidding for no fucking reason and get fucking U.S. military members killed for no fucking reason
right.
or fucking injured for no fucking reason. I know I'm fucking right. I don't need you to tell me that tell me to fucking calm down. I'll do whatever the fuck I want on my own fucking live, you fucking piece of shit. Don't fucking tone police me. I know I'm right. You are wrong. You are absolutely fucking wrong. You're sitting here making excuses as to why you didn't vote for Kamala fucking Harris. Oh, she said something I didn't like that one time, and so I voted for the guy that literally tried to overthrow the U.S. government. Explain yourself.
Well, what I'll say is, to explain myself, is every president has actually talked about doing things.
Did they do it? Did they actually fucking do it? No, they didn't. And they didn't actually talk about going to war. They didn't actually say we're going to attack Iran. They didn't say that. Stop fucking lying.
I did not say.
You literally just said every president has talked about it. No, they didn't. You just said that. Stop it. Now, stop deflecting and stop deflecting.
I'm not deflecting.
Stop deflecting and answer the fucking question as to why voted for somebody who literally tried to overthrow the fucking government of the United States. We're all waiting. We all want to know the answer as to why you voted for that guy instead of the woman who is literally 10 times smarter than he is, the vice president of the United States, a senator, the attorney general from the largest fucking state in the fucking country, and had her degree, graduated magna cum laude with a degree in law and in economics. Oh, and by the way, she had fucking plans to do every fucking thing and wasn't going to tariff the fuck out of the rest of the world and ruin our fucking economy. Do you like the 50% tariffs that are on Canada now? Do you like the fucking beef prices? Do you like all this shit? This is your fucking fault. Get your head out of your fucking ass. Hey, you're a racist piece of shit, and I told you to never come here again. You're blocked. Get the fuck out of here, you racist piece of shit. Anyways. Thank you to Rhonda on the Blue app who said, Trump can say and do so many things wrong, but Kamala better not F up one comment. What a fucked up take. Thanks, Matt, for your dedication. Well, thank you, Rhonda. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's one thing that I picked up on whenever he was talking was he just kind of, I don't know, hand waved away the whole point that, yeah, Trump has said and done fucked up things, and then honed in on one particular thing that Kamala Harris said. And it's, I mean, I swear to God, it's always that one comment. It's always that one. I mean, it was a bad answer, but also like, I don't know, you can label me sexist or whatever. It was on the fucking View. It's the View. I mean, really, it's the View, and it's just like a question like that she's put on the spot. Are we really sitting here expecting the View to be like insightful political content? Really, the fucking View. Jesus Christ.
I just want to point something out. Somebody just lied and said they're complaining they're being a little bitch over on YouTube and saying that the phone number is busy. That's not how it works. Even when there's somebody on the line, it'll ring through. You're lying. I put you in timeout because you're lying. Stop lying. Don't be a little bitch and call in. We all know you're scared. Also, I apologize to Erika because Erika wanted to crash out and I crashed out first. I apologize.
Hang on, which one of us wanted to crash out?
Well, not you. You didn't ask to crash out. Erika Shante asked to crash out, and I should have let her crash out first. It's my fault.
He could only vote for Trump when he was running against women, though, Matt. That's the only time he could bring himself to do it.
That is notable. Did he say who he voted for in 2020?
No, but he said he didn't vote for Trump in 2020. Specifically that he didn't vote for Trump in 2020.
That's wild.
But he did vote for Obama.
That's wild.
They all voted for Obama.
That's pretty fucking wild. Because, like, honestly, Hillary Clinton, and I mean, Kamala Harris at the point of 2024, yeah. But both Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris are probably more qualified for, well, yeah, they were more qualified for that position than Joe Biden. Like, Joe Biden obviously had a longer time in the Senate than either one. But I mean, when it comes to Hillary Clinton, she was a senator, and then she was a Secretary of State. Like, especially on foreign policy, because a lot of the time when they talk about Hillary Clinton, they talk about, oh yeah, something Benghazi. Donald Trump was asked about the nuclear triad with his debate with Hillary Clinton. This is Donald Trump when he was still lucid, right? And he gave this long ass meandering answer that had fuck all to do with anything that was asked. He clearly did not know what the nuclear triad was. Hillary Clinton gave a nice, cogent explanation of what the nuclear triad was and her thoughts on it. For anyone that doesn't know what the nuclear triad is, very simply, it's submarines, land, and air. Okay? The three different ways that you launch nukes, the nuclear triad. So, okay. Also, if it's a matter of security, national security, like when it comes to Hillary Clinton, the way that I have always put it is that Donald Trump probably could not name the leader of half of the EU countries. Probably could not name the head of half of the EU countries. I would not be surprised if Hillary Clinton could name every one of them, their wives, and their favorite foods. Because that's what a Secretary of State does. And she was like the go-getter type. So, again, made all the sense in the fucking world. Made all the sense in the world. Oh, God. And then, with Kamala Harris, again, she was vice president, sitting vice president, was a senator, attorney general. God damn it. But hey, let's hyperfixate on a bad answer one time and overlook Donald Trump's bad answers every day. Every day. Every day. It's just this double standard bullshit.
He can't even name the countries. The Islamic Republic of Japan, the country of Mattel.
Yeah.
He can't even name the countries, let alone the leaders of those countries.
He mixed up What did he mix up Greenland with? Remember that? What?
Iceland.
Iceland.
I think he mixed
yeah,
them
he
up.
mixed up. You know, like he's fucking. Yeah.
And again, like all the criticisms of Joe Biden, which were like, oh, he's not really the president. He's not really there. You know, he's just an auto pen. There are other people doing shit. Okay, yeah. Do you think that Donald Trump is navigating these conversations? No, that is being done by Stephen Miller, Marco Rubio, and Jared Kushner, right? And Donald Trump just gets to be loud and shit himself in the Oval Office and post shit on Twitter. All of these complex things, they are being handled by people that were never elected.
That part. So, Matt, you crashed out? I had to go get food.
I even apologized to you.
Oh. I told you I was going to get food. I put be right back. Going to get food. You were like at the start of your crash out. I was wondering if you like reined it back in. That's what's up. He deserved that.
No, and I apologize. I said I apologize to you because I said you wanted to crash out, and then you, I should have let you crash out first. I said I am sorry. So
that's okay.
I apologize.
I heard part of the crash out. You didn't see. I was like cheering you on. I was like crash out, crash out.
No,
but you didn't hear me because I was on mute. But I was like crash out, crash out, crash out. I didn't want him to know that I was like, you know, like crash out, crash out. So
that guy was acting exactly the way a child that I might teach would act if I caught them doing something they shouldn't be doing, and then they were just making all the excuses as to why it was actually okay that they did something that they shouldn't be doing, rather than saying, you know what, you're right, I shouldn't have done that.
I'm trying to get you a toy to play with, Erika, but he won't come up. So if he doesn't come up in like the next 15 seconds, I'm just gonna block him. But I'm trying.
Is it that guy from yesterday? The guy that said you were grifting or something?
Yeah.
That guy?
Yeah.
He's boring.
There you go. There he is.
Oh, he didn't want to be blocked. Oh, he likes
right?
you, Matt.
Matt, you're pushing 65.
Aw.
There you go. All right.
He likes you.
Yeah. No one cares. Anyways.
No, we do care.
Cool. Is
He's
that
too
your
easy. He's boring.
Is that your new thing? Yeah. Like I thought the grifting angle.
You're still a grifter.
You fucking failed on that so
65.
hard. Hey, what's the timestamp from the video again?
I already told you this. 6:35.
Oh, I love this kid. This kid's great. You're good.
That was yesterday. We have a new day now, so.
Oh, sure. Whatever you say.
Do you dispute that today is not a new day from yesterday?
No,
Are you gonna
I
dispute
mean
that?
actually no, because depending on what time you were on, it actually may not be a new day because 24 hours may not have elapsed.
Wait, but buddy, aren't we all supposed to be in
But,
America?
buddy-
You fucking idiot! You fucking idiot!
Hey, buddy.
You fucking idiot!
A day is
what?
20.
Yeah.
Time zones
a
exist,
day-
bro.
Time zones.
Time zone what-
Time zones exist. Number
Time zone what-
one, and 20.
Time zone what?
20.
Wait, time zones would absolutely matter.
Nope.
He doesn't. He's
What
too
the
fucking
fuck?
stupid. He doesn't understand.
Time zone would not matter.
What time is it in
Would.
California, KL?
9:32, and it wouldn't matter because it would be
9:32
9:32 last night. If it's the same thing. It doesn't fucking matter where you are.
He doesn't understand.
Okay.
He's so stupid. He doesn't understand
No.
what I said, Nemo.
No, you're stupid.
No, you're stupid. No, you're stupid.
No, you're stupid.
This kid's so funny. See, I told
It's
you.
been 24 hours.
Guys, told you. I got you a toy to look. It's a toy to play with. He's so dumb. It's literally just like it's
I'm
like
cooking your shit.
The toy is already
What?
broken,
I
Matt.
know. I know.
Why are you cooking shit? Shit
You
is
take
waste.
self-limiting now,
You're
too.
not supposed to cook it.
Actually, who says that?
Wait,
Did
you,
you just
are
ask who
cooking
said
shit?
you're not supposed to cook shit? Everybody?
Where's like a study that says you're not supposed to do it? Because we're going off studies, right?
Bro.
I'm just using your own logic against you right now. You want studies, so provide me a study.
I don't think that I've
No, I'm using your own
talked to
logic against
before.
you.
I don't
I'm
think
using
that
your
I've
own
even
words against
talked
you
to
right
you
now.
before, dude. Like, you're saying you're using my logic. I don't think that I've said more than
You're a
10
debater, right?
sentences to you.
Are you
yet.
a debater?
Yeah?
Yeah, so that means that you would provide studies to show that your facts are correct?
Uh-huh.
So then provide me a source saying that you're not supposed to cook your shit. Because that's exactly what you just said. So you have to provide me a source now.
What in the fuck?
Dude, you missed it last night. This is the logic. This is the primo logic that we're getting. This is
You're a Trump supporter.
No, I'm not. I'm just here because I fucking hate this guy, Matt.
So
You
what,
are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
So you're lost for words right now.
Kinda, yeah.
I want a source.
Why?
Because you provided me a statement, so back it up. What's the source? We're on a debate live stream, so show us what you got.
So you're not a Trump supporter.
No, I'm an independent.
Oh, god damn it. You're one of those people. Did you vote for Trump?
No, I didn't vote.
Even worse, okay.
honestly even better. I don't think we want this guy voting, Nemo. I don't think we want him voting.
No, what I want is my fucking source.
It sounds like you're intending on doing something and you need like, I don't know, scientific evidence that it's bad.
No, I want you to provide your statement with the source. Like if I were to say zebras can fly, wouldn't you want a source to prove that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want the same thing with you. You said don't cook your shit. I want a source to prove that.
I think he wants ketchup, Nemo. Sounds like he wants ketchup.
Yeah.
Because you know who Tom Pearl is, right?
No.
Okay, well, you should look him up because he's my source to prove that cooking your own shit sometimes it works.
I'm sorry, are you arguing that you eat your own shit? Is that what you're arguing? You eat your own shit?
I never said that. I said
No. You literally just said that you have a source that says it's okay. Why would you be
look up
looking
Tom
up?
Pearl.
Why would you be looking it up to see if it was okay?
No, I
Are
looked it
you
up. I
doing
just-
it? Holy shit! You eat your own shit, kid. God damn it! By the way,
And even if I did, it wouldn't be bad.
What?
Even if I did, it wouldn't be bad.
That would kind of be bad. I'm
No,
not
would
gonna
it?
lie.
I have a question.
Eating your own
KL.
shit's actually
K-
it's
K-
healthy.
KL, I have a question. Why do people preparing food? Why is it in all of the food safety requirements that you wash your hands prior to touching and preparing the food if you're in, say, a professional kitchen or if you're a chef? Why do you have to wash your hands?
To make it safer.
Because you might have what on your hands?
Any sort of bacteria.
Okay, some of which might come from what?
No, I'm just gonna stick to my answer, bacteria.
Fecal
Okay.
matter.
Fecal matter.
Yeah, but if you're eating for yourself, there is no limits. Like for other people, yeah, if they don't want shit in their food, then yeah, you have to wash your hands. But if you're eating for yourself, then it wouldn't matter.
Bacteria doesn't discriminate.
If you're eating for yourself. Do you mean if you're
Yeah.
cooking for yourself, KL?
Yeah.
Because most of us eat for ourselves, right?
No, everyone does. Unless you're a
Well,
toddler.
not everyone. If you're a baby and you...
That's what I just fucking said. Thank you.
Actually, you know what? Good point. The harlot brought up an excellent point. He was saying that he was cooking Matt's shit. So in fact, it would be a different person's fecal matter in this case.
Say that again.
Originally, you claimed that you were cooking Matt's shit.
Maybe
so
that was
it's
the
a
wrong
different
claim.
person.
I don't have Matt's shit in my possession.
Oh, so you lied.
I just spoke incorrectly. Just like Matt did yesterday on his live stream, and he corrected himself because he's a big man.
Did you correct yourself just now?
I just said, yeah, I spoke incorrectly. Did you not hear me?
So you're not cooking shit.
I'm cooking shit. It's not his.
Whose?
Depends on the day.
Right now.
No one. Not right now. No one.
You're not cooking?
No.
Oh, well then why'd you claim that you were cooking?
Because I was saying it metaphorically.
Ah.
What's interesting, Nemo, is right now...
But even
this
if I
guy
say
is-
even if I was saying
Hi,
it literally,
hi,
it wouldn't be wrong.
KL. Hi, buddy. I was talking. What's interesting is right now this guy is literally boiling my piss. So that's interesting.
I mean, drinking your own piss would wash it down, so that's not a bad idea either.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you can't stop yourself from like you just know that what you're saying is ridiculous at this point.
You know what, man?
I'm being serious.
Keep doing exactly that. Like just. Did you know you don't even have to cook it? Like.
I mean, depends on how you're feeling that day. Yeah, you can do either way.
Yeah, just you keep doing that.
Well, you're not a shit eater, so you wouldn't know. You couldn't speak from experience.
You're right.
I don't know why you're trying to talk to me.
I don't
when
have the
it's- I'm an
galaxy
expert
brain.
here.
Yeah,
You know-
obviously I would have a galaxy brain if I did it, but I can't. My fortitude is just simply too inferior. You, on the other hand,
Yeah.
just keep doing it, man.
Normally, Nemo, I'd be like, oh, look at that appeal to authority, because he's trying to say that you can't because you don't do it, and you know what? But I'm going to give it to him. He's right, and I can't speak on it either. Honestly, I don't think any of us can. But you, KL, as a shit eater, you absolutely can talk about this because you eat shit all the time.
Not all the time, but yeah.
Just most of the time.
No, it just depends on the mood. I'm a part of the clan with Tom Pearl in it.
Yep, fecal feaster.
No, do you actually know who Tom Pearl is?
No,
Okay,
I really don't.
I actually research him right now, but don't show the live stream because you might get banned. Just look up Tom Pearl. He's a person.
I'm scared that.
No, he's a
to
person.
have that.
It's not something bad. Just look him up.
Yeah, no.
No, yeah, do it.
Nope. If it's anything related to this, I'm good. Nope. In fact, I'm gonna remain blissfully ignorant. You win. You win this one. You know more
Thank you.
about
Thank you for conceding.
You know more about eating shit than the other four of us here. Congratulations. You're good at eating shit.
Thank you for conceding to me. I'll take the concession. So next topic.
He likes that gray.
We're gonna go back to the fact that you're a 65-year-old grifter.
He likes that gray poo.
He really does. By the way, we already established yesterday that I'm not a grifter by definition. You admitted it.
No, I can define
you
grifter.
conceded.
You can't.
You conceded.
You can't.
Hey, bud, Kale, you conceded it yesterday, so we're not going to have that conversation again because you already conceded it, and I have it on tape. So,
Okay.
do you want to talk, bud? Do you want to talk about something else, like for real, or should I just move on to somebody else?
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know, something that
Okay,
you
wait,
actually
I wanna
have,
hear-
that you
wait.
actually know about as it relates to Donald Trump's policies, and that
Okay,
would be it.
we'll do politics, but I want to hear, because since I'm an independent, we might have a lot of the same views here. But I want to you to tell me what you believe, and then I'll say if I don't agree with it, because there's some
Nope.
things I wouldn't agree with. You.
No, not really. I'm asking.
And the
you,
one thing would be
no. I
Trans community.
already said no, and I'm asking you to tell us if you agree with any of Donald Trump's policies. Yes or no?
I disagree with trans people in the community.
Okay, so you don't like trans people?
Nope. I don't like eating my own shit.
I'm not debating you on that.
So you're scared?
No, you're just a fucking idiot, and I'm not going to talk to you about it.
Tell us why. Tell us why you don't like trans.
So
Erika's
I'm
not
not MAGA, but you're mad that I disagree with trans people.
Can you just tell us why you disagree with trans?
Okay, no one's fucking talking to you.
Like, come on, tell us, please.
I'm talking to
Please.
Matt. Why are you getting involved?
Excuse
Tell
me.
us.
I just literally just said that I'm not going to engage you on this topic, and then my friend said that she would, and you're not going to talk to her? That's
Isn't this
really
your live
fucking
stream?
rude.
Isn't this your live stream?
Is my friend
Yes,
up
and
co-host,
so
bitch.
he said.
Tell us.
He said that he would have Erika talk to you.
Why?
I'm a co-host,
why
bitch.
will-
Come on.
Why will he talk to Nemo and talk to me, but not talk to you, Erica? That's weird.
I didn't really talk
I
to
don't
you.
fucking know. I
didn't
just wanted to
the
talk.
other
Just
Erika
tell
either. I was
us.
ignoring you.
Just tell us what your issue is with trans people, please.
You can be
We're
something you're
waiting.
not.
I don't understand that. Can you expound, please?
How do you not
Elaborate.
understand that?
I don't understand it.
So
Explain
if you're
it.
born a man, you
Use
can't
more
become a woman.
words.
It's pretty fucking simple. Pretty fucking simple. This is why I don't debate you, because you're a fucking idiot.
Hang
Come
on.
on.
Can I just point out a flaw in this logic?
Yeah, go ahead.
Nobody is born a man. Erica, you gave birth to a male, right?
Yes, I did.
If he'd have been a man when you gave birth to him, that would have been ouchy, right?
That would have been absolutely fucking awful.
Okay, male or female?
Someone doesn't know the difference between sex and gender.
No, I do. I just
Come on, give us some more. Tell us some more. Come
That's
on.
my main reason.
Tell us. No, tell us some more. It doesn't make any sense. You have to explain it for the 1,200 people that are listening. And that's just
No.
on TikTok.
What do you mean explain it? I just explained it pretty well.
Explain it.
You
Like,
cannot be
elaborate.
something
Like,
you're
give us
not.
some science behind it or something. I don't know. Do something. Give it to
Science.
us. Come on. Come on.
So if you're born a male, you can't become a female.
Come on. You got it.
This is what the child just left us.
KL, quick question.
So this is what the child just left us.
KL, do you
Left.
think that trans women, for example, think they're female?
Trans women think they're female. So how am I even gonna debate you on this fucking bitch? You can't do this shit.
What are you talking about? What's wrong? Just say what you need to say.
You think you're funny?
No, just say what you need to say, bro. What's wrong?
Are you just mad at it on your own shit?
No, we stopped talking about eating shit. Remember, you're the king of eating shit. You win. You win that one.
No, I'm not the king. Tom Pearl's the king.
Keep going. You just make your point, bud. Come on.
I already made my point.
That was it. That's all you had.
Let the record reflect. Let the record reflect that caller came up here and advocated for eating poo-poo and then left.
Nobody's gonna engage with you in a fucking discussion about trans people. Are you friggin' serious? Nobody has to justify anyone's humanity to that person. Like, get the fuck out of here. You don't even make any sense. Shut up. Shut up. Ugh, these people are so annoying. Anywho, that was fun. Did you guys have fun? You have fun?
That tickled me just top to bottom. Honestly, I told you guys. I said we'd have a toy to play with, and then we did. See, it was fun. It was a good time.
Dude was stupid.
Oh, so fucking stupid. Real quick over on the tube, a couple of people to thank. Thank you to Goldmine Transportation. Just you sent $1.99 super chat with nothing in it, but thank you. Lord Tomoyashi said, Colin, I'd rather vote for someone who caused insurrection against the government, still can't admit that he lost in 2020, raped a woman, covered up the Epstein files in real time, etc. But Kamala said one wrong thing. That part. Thank you. Thank you to Soul of Beer Can, who said it's called coprophagia. I only know this because I was a vet tech for a... Oh.
Yeah.
Dogs do that a lot, don't they?
Oh. That's what it's called. Okay. And then thank you to Neptune for all of the various gifts of Jules and Joel as well. I appreciate you guys over there. And then on the line, thank you to our friend Jay. Thank you, Jay. Who said, is this kid cooking shit for sandwiches like a spread? Probably farts in the tub and eats the bubbles. Oh. Thank you to Brett. Said, MAGA with riveting topics such as poo-poo pee-pee. Accurate. By the way, if you guys have any ones to read off, that is good. It would be great if my friends had some ones to read off as well. So please make sure that you're checking out links in bios, links in the description of the tube over there. So yeah, good times. We're getting all the quality callers tonight.
My friend Nigel in the comments just made a good point. Dogs don't cook it though, which is true. They're on a raw diet of shit. Yeah.
They do. They do like it raw. Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean they don't sometimes eat it warm though. You know, straight from the source.
The trade-off is they can't eat chocolate. Thank you to Charles for the 10 on Venmo. He said, good to see you back on. Have a safe surgery. Well, that's being moved. I don't know when. That is now being moved because of reasons. But thank you. Thank you, 321, for the 2. This is the IOU with 100% interest on top. Thank you.
Hi, thanks for calling the stream. Are you a Trump supporter?
I am, yeah.
How old are you and what state are you in?
Why do you need my state? Can I just ask?
Because it's germane to the discussion. How old are you and what state are you in?
Okay, I'm 18 and I live in Kansas.
Okay, I'm going to put you on a brief hold. We'll be right back with you.
Okay.
Nemo, did you have some more? Or Erika, if you guys have any you'd like to read out?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Bill, thank you for the 1 on Venmo. He said 2 kids died today in Pittsburgh from the measles. They were unvaccinated. Thanks, RFK Jr. Damn right. God fucking damn it. And Chris, thank you for the 2 on Venmo. He said, wonder when his audition for 2 Guys, 1 Cup is.
Fucking stop it. Oh my God. We really opened up a can of worms there. A can of worms. That's what we opened up.
Unironically, what you might get if you eat shit.
There you go.
What you might get if you
all
eat
right.
shit.
Thank you for holding, caller.
Hello?
Yeah, you're going to have to turn down the stream there in the background. I know you had it on for a second.
I just did.
That's okay. All right, so you said you're 18 in Kansas. Why do you
Yes,
still
sir.
support Donald Trump as of August 2026?
I don't necessarily support him as much as I just didn't like, and I obviously didn't vote when the elections were happening, but I supported Trump because I supported him more than Harris personally.
It is August of 2026. You can't support Kamala Harris right now.
I'm saying that he was the better of two bad options. Personally, I support him because of some of his policies. or
Cool.
at
So if
least
you support him
ideals.
because of some of his policies, what policies do you currently support?
I mean, you cut me off, so I couldn't even say.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. What policies do you currently support?
I support his, not necessarily his foreign policy, but I support the war with Iran. I think they're a very corrupt country. I support maybe backing up from NATO and taking a more isolationist approach. It's what we did for a long time prior.
How long is a long time?
Who am I debating? Am I going to debate all four of you? Or
Nemo,
just
bottom
one?
right.
All right. Nemo, I believe before World War One, we were very content with just kind of isolating ourselves.
I mean, not exactly, no.
No? Then why didn't we get into World War One? Because that was one of
We
the
did,
biggest
though.
reasons.
But we did?
Yeah, we did. After, I believe it was Woodrow Wilson, right?
Yeah.
That was the one who got us into World War One. And
Yeah.
before that, we wouldn't want to go in because obviously it was a war. I think we should do that again. I think we should head out. I think the Iranian war is an exception because they were killing multiple people due to them protesting. So I think that was a just war. And
I
after
mean, I'm
that,
pretty
I think
sure
we should
that
go to-
World War One involved, like Germany killing a lot of people, right?
Yes. I'm confused with what the point is here. I'm
Well, I
saying
mean, like
we got in.
you said, well, well, shit. Sorry, my audio did. Okay. Just so I understand, you said that Iran is a just war because they killed a lot of people, like a lot of their own citizens or whatever. Okay.
They killed a lot of people.
Is that
for
what you mean?
protesting. No, they killed a lot of people violating basic human rights. I think that's the biggest thing.
For protesting?
Yeah, for protesting,
Okay.
and you would agree with me that they have a corrupt regime, right? Or they used to,
Sure.
at least. Okay, thank you.
Well, I mean, yes. But I just wanted to establish the standard here. So, okay, all right. I'm pretty sure that Germany did that in the run-up to and during World War One, also, right?
Who did they kill? You're not talking about the Holocaust, I would hope. But are you talking
No,
about
I'm not.
like who?
I'm well educated on history. I'm not.
No,
talking about
I
the
believe you. I'm just making sure. There's some people who aren't.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the Holocaust, but I mean, so with Germany, obviously we can talk about the French that they attacked.
Oh, are you talking about Serbia and Bosnia and Herzegovina?
No, but I mean, sure.
Okay.
So, like, I guess my point is that, you know, if you're saying that Iran is a just war because people were unalived unjustly, I would say that, okay, World War One was justified because there were people who were unalived unjustly.
I'm not saying World War One wasn't justified. I'm saying before World War One we had an isolationist approach. Also, World War One was mostly justified for us because after the Germans sent the Zimmerman telegram, which basically threatened us by giving funds to Mexico to invade us, I think we had a good reason to join the side against the Allies.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that, right? So,
okay.
It sounds like you're okay with not being
isolationist. No, well, okay, so if someone knocks on your door and says, we're going to attack you, I would like to get like a head start on them. Otherwise, I'm content with sitting in my house and just chilling there.
How much of a head start?
Well, I mean, what do you mean by head start? That was a metaphor I used for the war.
Sure.
As in,
No, I know.
I'm
I'm following. Let's keep using your metaphor. So you said you would want to get a head start on them. Okay.
Yeah. I
would too, right? I would want to make sure that I have a weapon, right, for my own, self-defense, right? I mean, I'm a big believer in 2A. I have an undisclosed number of 2A devices, So obviously you would want to make sure that you have that and that you train with it, right? That you know how to use it. Okay, fair enough. You probably would want to get like some kind of security system, maybe like for the door, in addition to the lock, obviously. You might want to get like some kind of alarm system. You might want to maybe build a good fence, right? Depending on your home, like where you're at and stuff. You know, get a fence, you know, stuff. Maybe
fence?
some cameras and shit for the yard. Maybe get like a dog. You know, extra security.
Yeah.
And you know, maybe depending on where you're at, you know, have neighbors that you know and trust and stuff. That, you know, in the event that you're not home,
I think I'm
they will be
tracking
like,
most
oh,
of
hey,
this.
wait. Sorry?
I think I'm tracking most of this when it translates into like real world stuff. But
Yeah.
what are you talking about with the fence thing?
Well, the fence thing, I mean, that is basically everything outside of the home that is going to be analogous to allies.
Are you talking about like foreign bases?
Yeah, you could also do that. Yeah.
Okay.
So like
Okay,
fences,
so-
you could. I like your interpretation of that better than mine. So yeah, fences would be foreign bases, and
Okay.
then neighbors, those would be allies, right?
Yeah. How do you feel about the NATO alliance? I'm not saying I support it or not don't support it. I'm just asking how you feel.
So as far as NATO as a concept, I like it. I think that, you know, there's a lot of history that goes into NATO, and I think that the motivations around the formation of NATO, there's definitely some underhanded shit afoot with that. Obviously, NATO was
No, it was
formed
mostly to protect against the USSR and the Warsaw Pact, founded shortly after NATO.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, so obviously the formation of NATO, there's absolutely a, oh God, we got to contain the communist menace motivation there, right? And that was really, I guess, the kickoff of the Cold War, the whole great power competition between the USSR and the US. So obviously there is ulterior motives in that, but on the whole, NATO has prevented us from getting into more wars. Now the US, to be clear, has kind of fucked up on that one a few times
Well, wait.
during the Cold War. So
And
I mean, us
I'm not going to cuss, but they effed up on what?
on
Like,
that,
specifically
as in
NATO?
like getting into more wars. So what I mean by that is NATO as a bloc, one of its primary functions was to essentially prevent more war, right?
Yeah.
And yes,
I don't know
I
about
fully
prevent
understand
more
that the
wars.
Soviets were kind of like the main thing, right? But the whole idea was, hey, if we're all, you know, all buddied up and we're all like, you know, if you hit one of us, we all hit you back, then more than likely nobody's going to get hit. That's a simplified version of NATO logic, right?
Yeah.
And okay, cool. It prevented World War III because, you know, shit did not pop off with Russia. And it also arguably has prevented further wars because of the members within NATO, right? And the fighting amongst the countries that NATO occupies, really. So it's, you know, most of Europe, right? Now, the U.S. has kind of, we didn't really help that much because we ended up just going to war with Korea and Vietnam and Cambodia and Laos, but, you know, we never really count those. So as far as like preventing war, I think that ultimately what it did was it prevented war in one spot, and we just kind of continued the war in other spots, right?
I don't
Like,
know about
that's-
continue the war. I would say
Well-
maybe a better term is to try and contain communism. Or would you say you're a communist, by the way?
I don't personally call myself a communist. I refer to myself as a democratic socialist.
Democratic socialist. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not one of those people that thinks like North Korea is a good country, though, right? It's
No.
a dumb question, I know. Okay.
Yeah,
I've
I
seen people
don't
that
like
think
North
that.
Korea,
That's why
no.
I'm asking. Awesome.
No, we're not like
So-
Donald Trump.
What? I'm sorry.
I said no, we're not like Donald Trump.
No. Okay. Okay. Awesome. don't
Yeah, I
know
mean, because
when
he's
Donald-
buddy with like Kim Jong Un, and he praises him and like has said good things about North Korea. So I'm saying we don't do that. So we're not like
Yeah,
Donald Trump.
I would say we don't do that because I also agree with you. I agree with you on that, and I think Trump.
But you
Trump's
support
wrong
somebody
on
who
that.
does.
I told you I supported him on specific terms, and I thought he was the better option. I still think he is the better
But you
option.
just made the point that you said like some people do, and I'm just pointing out to you that the guy that you support does.
Does he support how he runs the country, or does he try and make a friend with him so he doesn't get nuked?
Certainly seems like he actually likes how he runs the country, because he's mentioned on a number of occasions that kind of like the way that people treat him is kind of the way that he wants people to treat Donald Trump here in America. He's kind of made reference to that. So I think he kind of actually likes the way that Kim Jong-un is just a dictator and everyone just literally bows down to him. I think he kind of likes that. But, just saying, didn't mean to interrupt the combo there. Sorry.
No, you're good. That's a great point, and that's why I said I don't support Trump on a lot of his topics. I would actually argue that Trump is not even a top 20 president, personally.
You didn't actually say that you didn't support him on a lot of topics. You said you didn't say that at the beginning of this combo.
You're right. I said I support him on specific topics. I'm sorry. It's a bit of a mix-up. Right? Is that what I said?
Well, you said foreign policy.
You support him on foreign policy. That was what you started with. You didn't, but
I said I support him on some issues of foreign policy. I said I support him on the Iranian war, and I support him, and I hope that he goes into a more isolationist approach. I mean, we all know that Trump is a very fiery spirit, obviously, so I'm hoping he can tone that down.
Oh,
you would agree,
you mean
right?
after 5.5 years of being president, you think, and at 80 years old, you think he's going to change in the next 2.5 years? Okay, bud.
I mean, I've seen people change from last.
Okay, Chief. I know. Listen, I know you're 18 years old, but here's a little advice for you. Someone who's 80 years old doesn't change fucking anything about what they fucking do, and somebody who's been president for 5.5 years and has done the exact same thing for 5.5 years isn't going to change what they're going to do for the next 2.5 years. Just as an FYI.
What did you not support about Trump's first term?
Wait, hold on. Why am I being questioned now? This is about what I thought you were
you're
talking about what you wanted to do about what you do support about Donald Trump. Why are you asking me what I don't support about Donald Trump?
I didn't answer that. You were the one that butted into our conversation.
I'm so sorry. Your conversation, you mean on the live that is literally, that has my name up here alongside Nemo's, that I literally co-host? I'm sorry. I didn't realize that was your conversation. My deepest apologies that I'm so sorry. Didn't realize that your name was up there. My deepest apologies, sir. Didn't mean to butt in on your conversation there.
You don't gotta act like this.
Whose phone
like
number did you call? Sorry, whose phone number did you call in on, by the way?
I'm calling yours.
Okay, cool. So I think that what you meant to say was, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. That's what you meant to say, right?
For what exactly? For you?
You didn't mean to say that I was butting in, because that's absolutely not what happened, because I can say and do whatever I want, and so can my co-host.
I know you can say and
right.
do whatever
So
you
you're
want,
going to apologize for saying that on my own stream.
I mean, okay.
So you're
sure,
going to
apologize for
there you
being
go.
rude, or
very
if I
good.
misinterpreted.
Very good. Okay, there you go. That's very good. Now, nice job. Anyways, so what was the question you wanted to ask me now, since you want to pivot away from your conversation there?
Well, okay. Okay, tell me the question you had. I won't pivot away.
No, I didn't have a question. I literally just wanted to say that Donald Trump supports Kim Jong-un, has decided to cut some ties with South Korea because he supports Kim Jong-un, and has spoken highly of him and the way that he runs things in his country. I was just pointing that out. You've now clarified that you don't support certain things about Donald Trump because you want to back off your position because I pointed out something bad that Donald Trump does. And probably every bad thing that we point out that Donald Trump does, you're going to say that you don't support that.
Well, obviously, I'm not going to support bad things, right? So that makes a lot of sense if you want to actually look at it.
Okay. Whatever. You know what? I don't care. Go back to it.
Well, no. If you are voting for someone, is it okay to not support them on every single issue?
Is it okay to not support them on every single issue? Sure. But do you need to fundamentally support, like, most of that person and who they are? Probably. That would be a good thing to do. Yeah, actually, probably, yes. Because, like, here, ask me a question. Here, ask me, what did I not support about Kamala Harris?
What did you not support about Kamala Harris?
I didn't like her views on Israel. I didn't like some of the PAC money that she took. And like off the top of my head, that was pretty much it.
What about like her job on the border czar? in
She
Biden's
number
term?
one, she wasn't the border czar. Number two, she was tasked with going to the triangle countries to figure out the root cause of chain migration, which she did very well. She also got more money for the border than Donald Trump has gotten from other countries. So you just are wrong about everything that you've just said. So yeah, and so again, like with Kamala Harris, can I criticize a few things that she did and said? Absolutely, and I certainly would. But like, do I fundamentally mostly agree with her as a person?
Like, what
And
do
I
you
think that
agree
she
with
was,
her
and
on?
I think that she. I literally just told you the only things that I disagree with. If you want me to sit here and list all of the things that I do agree
Yeah,
with,
do you want me to
then
name,
it's
like,
going
the
to be
big
a
five?
really long conversation. So all I was trying to point out to you is that you are going to, I'm predicting for the rest of this conversation, you're going to backtrack on every single Trump policy that is now unpopular, because you can do that because you've now said, oh, hey guys, I don't actually support all of those other things. I'm just going to cherry pick this, which is what you can do because you're 18 years old, you didn't actually vote, and you're being super selective. That's not how voting works with candidates. You actually have to kind of basically support what they're doing on the whole. And if you didn't support what he was doing on the whole, then you wouldn't have voted for him. I know you can't vote. That's what I'm trying to
I did
explain
not
to
vote
you.
in
So
the
this is the
election.
excuse that you're going to have. And again, I really don't. I just honestly, I just don't care enough. So you can please continue your conversation. It's fine.
Okay, I apologize for anything I did to you, or if I was rude.
You
somehow.
don't have to apologize. I'm just pointing out the fact that you're going to use it as a fucking out for every single thing that we point out to you that's bad about Donald Trump. You'd be like, well, I don't support that. That's what you're going to do.
Okay, you've told me this. Okay, yes, sir. Like, what do you want me to say?
Nothing. So anyways, you support us being isolationists like we were before World War I, of course, with the exception of the Monroe Doctrine, right?
Yes.
Because the
Mostly.
Monroe Doctrine was okay, right?
Remind me, the Monroe Doctrine was to combat communism, right, and contain the spread?
No.
Nope.
So the Monroe Doctrine, that is named after Monroe, who was the 5th president of the United States. It was about European colonization. So more or less
Yeah,
it was
okay.
America is going to be the imperial power here now. Go away, no more colonies for Europe. That was essentially what the Monroe Doctrine was about.
Okay. Sorry, I think I misinterpreted. Not misinterpreted. Got my information mixed up. That's my bad.
Yeah. So
Okay.
as time has gone on, it's been reinterpreted to mean that it not necessarily just European colonization, but that the U.S. would be the hegemon of the Americas. That we are the ones that run it. That there will be no influence from the other hemisphere.
Gotcha. And do you agree that we were more like stronger when we were more isolated and more let's say less out in the world?
No, not in the slightest. No.
No. Okay. When do you think like the American prime was, for lack of better words?
As far as like
Just
what, our
overall.
strength? So I mean, as far as like global influence and stuff, I mean, it's kind of hard to like nail down a specific time period. I mean, you could argue that the period between the U.S. having nukes and no one else having them, that would have been theoretically when we were strongest, just from like a sheer force perspective.
Yeah.
But
I am not
obviously
talking
that's
just military though.
Sure.
I'm talking,
so I mean,
philosophy.
Yeah. So as far as just like our influence and power globally, I mean, I'm probably the 90s, just because like, I mean, at that point the Soviets are gone. And
Are you listening to him, Nemo? And when he says philosophy, what does he mean by like philosophy? Like when America was its
I think I
strongest?
phrased that wrong. Maybe the capitalism, the idea of capitalism and our influence was furthest extent into the world, and we had no major opposition. China was still a rising power.
Oh, okay. In that case, it would definitely be I mean, if you're just talking about like capitalism shit, it would definitely be the 90s, because at that point the Soviets were gone, and
Yeah, exactly.
like I guess Reagan neoliberalism was in full swing thanks to Clinton.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. And that's just the thing, I think, is that USSR was our biggest threat. Now it's China. And I think what we should be doing is trying to, make alliances, not alliances, but maybe better ties with China, and then, isolate ourselves from the rest of, to go into like a happy isolationism for, just make peace, not war kind of thing.
What does isolationism mean to you?
What?
What does isolationism mean to you?
To me?
Yeah.
To me, it would mean taking ourselves out of foreign conflicts, still being there on the world. And I know this is my definition. This is what I'm using it for. I know this isn't the dictionary definition, but still be present for, still obviously trade, still obviously make economic alliances, but try and not back certain military sides. And I think there's exceptions. Obviously, I've talked about these, but I think that's when we're our strongest. And also, I think Trump is not doing this to a great extent, but I think he's doing an okay job at this. I know he's very fiery.
No, he's doing
literally in a war.
Terrible job.
Yeah, I know. I said there's certain wars that.
Even if you take the wars out of it, which I mean,
you can't have Why y'all being so damn nice? You can't have isolationism. All right, you can't be an isolationist while in a war. There's no exceptions to isolationists.
That's why I said we finished the war. Or
you can't have it both ways.
That's why I meant we finish the war and then we go into isolationism.
But what you're also arguing. What you're also arguing is I want to be an isolationist, but I still want to have our bases around the world, and I still want to trade. I still want to trade with all the other countries in the world, and that's the opposite of isolationism. Isolationism would be not doing either of those things. It would be internal trade, not international trade, and it would be withdrawing your bases from other nations, not having any US military based in any other countries. That would be what isolationism would look like. But you're advocating for the main two ways in which the US is not isolationist.
Yeah,
well, I just
and
said
then
I'll use my own.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, sir, your own definition doesn't. It's not applicable. It doesn't work. It simply doesn't work. Like isolation for the United States of America looks like 1931. That's what isolation for the United States does. It looks like 1931 through 1933, when no country would trade with us because we implemented a 20% tariff on all imports. That's what isolation looks like, when the value of the dollar went down. That's what isolation looks like. Isolation looks like bread lines and people eating water pie. That's what it looks like. When no one would deal with the United States of America, we couldn't go anywhere and no one would come here. And when I say we couldn't go anywhere, I'm talking about our military. Couldn't go anywhere. We didn't have all of these bases. We weren't at war with anyone, and we had to trade internally because Herbert Hoover and a few fucking senators and a House of Representatives, they fucking messed up our whole trade deal with everyone because of the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act. That's what isolationism looks like. So we won't be isolationists. If you just say that you want us to like not be in a war, then I totally get that. Like, hey, don't get involved in any wars. But we can't have but the thing is, you can't use the word isolationist for it.
You
can't say you don't want us in a war.
I'm lacking the correct word.
You don't have to do that then. You can just literally say what it is that you want. You don't have to try to put a word to it.
I don't want us to be in any wars. I would like us to be friendlier with certain people, especially with Russia. I don't know why we push Russia away and act like they're some big bad guy. That's my biggest thing. I think we should make alliances with Russia if China won't alliance with us. And I think you're right. Not isolationism, getting out of wars, like donating to wars and things like that.
This is when I can tell somebody's age or like like, kind of, even if you hadn't told us how old you were, I'd
I told you I'm
know
18.
I'd know from you just saying I don't understand why we have to be so adversarial with Russia. I would
Well, no,
know
I
I would
understand
know
why we
that
have
you
to
were
be so
born
adversarial
after.
because they're trying.
Hi, sorry. I would know that you were born like after after the Berlin Wall fell, just from that, because you don't apparently know about any of the stuff that happened in like the 60s,
I know what the
70s,
Berlin Wall
80s.
was, actually.
That I didn't say you didn't know what the Berlin Wall was. I suggest you
You're saying
use your ears. No, I suggest you use your ears rather than your mouth just for a second. Okay, it's not often I say that to a man, but use your ears rather than your mouth just for a second. Okay. You I didn't even imply you didn't know what the Berlin Wall was. I said I can tell when somebody was born after that and didn't experience the whole thing going that went on during the 60s, 70s, 80s. Because you do not understand, apparently, the level of threat that was going on for that whole period of time.
Like how there was nukes within 100, 200 miles of us on Cuba? Or are you talking about the crisis in, well, this is part of Cuba too, the 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis under John F. Kennedy, and we decided.
Okay, so now what you're doing is you're trying to be you're trying to be the Encyclopedia Britannica in order for us to find you credible as somebody that we're talking to.
Not credible. I'm just refuting your claim that I know nothing, because your exact words were "you don't know." That was your first claim. Then you tried to switch it to
I actually
understand.
didn't say. I said you didn't experience. I didn't say you don't know. That was not my exact words. So please, if you're going to quote my exact words, please quote my exact words. And again, use your ears.
I've been talked over this whole call. I know you're kidding, right?
So, as far as working with other countries, I don't think that you're going to get any pushback from us on the whole working with other countries thing. As far as Russia is concerned, you will get pushback on that particular one, right? I don't have a problem with this. Well, I mean, because
is it because they're trying to reunite the USSR, or? Well, I say that. Don't take those too seriously, those words.
Right. So Putin is trying to, it's not even rebuild the USSR, but like, reconstruct, so to speak, the USSR just from a map perspective.
No, I know what you mean. He's trying to take the European planes back.
Yeah. It's not even from an ideological perspective. So Putin himself is an oligarch. Russia is an oligarchy. It's pretty antithetical to anything that the Soviets were arguing for. But yeah, Putin definitely wants to, I guess, harken back to the good old days of the Soviet Union, because the Soviets were powerful in comparison to Russia now. Russia is a paper tiger. They can't even properly conquer a country that doesn't have a navy. So, yeah, in comparison to the Soviets, Russia is substantially weaker. But as far as why we shouldn't work with Russia, I mean, it's an oligarchy.
Putin. Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, so
I just think that if there's a 1, 2, and 3, the 1 and 3 should try to team up on the 2. And clearly China's the 2 and Russia's the 3 in my mind. Unless I'm wrong. I mean, if you guys think Russia's the 2.
I mean, you say team up. Like, this is the problem, right? Is that...
Yeah, I know. The team up's a very immature way to say it, we'll say. But, I mean, there's got to be some substance to that claim that, I mean, we shouldn't be trying, at least not trying to push Russia away. Like, we should not be trying to make relations worse.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that Putin did that for us, right? Like that's the
Yeah,
thing is
I
that
understand.
Putin invading a sovereign nation. That's him fucking up relations with us, right? Especially
Yeah, for
when
sure.
that nation has an agreement with us that was
What's the
entirely based
agreement?
upon us, like basically us saying, "Hey, give up the nukes, and we promise that we'll help you if you get fucked with." That was the basis of the agreement that was called the Budapest Memorandum, right?
Yeah.
And I totally understand why the U.S. and the USSR, or well, I guess at the time, the former USSR, why we didn't want Ukraine to have nukes. Totally understand. Makes perfect sense why. Ukraine was a nascent country at that point. There was a lot of chaos after the USSR dissolved. And there's a lot of corruption. So, totally understandable.
You still think
Also
there's
understandable
corruption?
why Ukraine would have wanted to keep the nukes, which is, hey, we have a pretty rough history with Russia, and we need some type of guarantee that they won't fuck with us. So that's an understandable motivation. And us doing the Budapest Memorandum was basically trying to strike a compromise. It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense, like the Budapest Memorandum, just from like a whole nuclear non-proliferation idea, trying to keep the genie in the bottle with nukes. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. The problem is that like we're failing to live up to our agreement with them, right?
Well, we donated like what, 200 billion to them? I think that's a good amount, and weapons too.
I mean,
Don't you think?
like, yeah, it's a lot of money. I mean, it wasn't 200 billion, but yeah, like we've given them a lot of hardware. My problem is that really my view on this, on Ukraine, is that when the war popped off, like when Russia invaded the mainland, because they invaded Crimea back in 2014, but like once they pushed into Ukraine, we should have opened up the toy shop. Like America's primary, well, I'm not going to say primary export, but one of the main industries in this country is weapons. We are very, very good at making things that delete people. We're very good at that. And we sell that stuff to a lot of people. It's not like we just keep all that stuff for us. We sell it to a lot of people, right? And I feel like us drip feeding stuff to Ukraine, that was the biggest failure in my eye. Well, one of the biggest failures of the Biden administration. It was couched in this idea of, okay, look, we'll give you this stuff, but you can't use it in this way, and also we're going to basically sort of break it and like intentionally handicap it, and also you have to get permission from us if you want to use it, and this stuff is like really old, and we're only going to give you like a little bit. There were too many what's the word that I'm looking for? Compromises is the right word. There were too many compromises whenever it came to the support that we gave. The idea was that we don't want to escalate with Russia because Russia has nukes and that's scary. And Putin threatens to nuke America. So, we don't want to escalate. That's the logic. The logic kind of falls apart when you realize that Putin's been threatening to nuke America for a while. That's just something that happens. And that's not going to happen, right? He's not actually going to nuke America, number one. Number two, we should send more to Ukraine, because if we drip feed, all that does is it stretches out the conflict, and it also gives Russia, the invading power, time to dig in on their positions, and ultimately
Well, they've already
that's
dug in to like a
right,
four-year
and that's
war
because of the
now.
drip feed.
No more. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they handled that correctly in Biden's term, but I wish we took a more. I'm more pro peace. I think the Ukrainian government's very corrupt. Honestly, that should be a fact at this point. And I think the Russian government's also very corrupt. So I mean, I couldn't care less who wins the conflict. Personally, I don't want Russia getting stronger, but I mean, they probably will win the conflict. I know I don't care, but from a logical perspective, they will take land. It's just how much at this point. Because the land they have, like currently right now, they have troops in, that's a guaranteed. And Crimea, that should be a guarantee. I don't even know if Ukraine's willing to give that up yet. And so I think that's just what has to happen in that war. And I think we should have never involved. Well, no, you're right. We did sign that agreement. I think we should have maybe given them, because the thing right now with Ukraine, though, is they don't even need weapons. They need men. They're running out of men. And so even if we gave them weapons currently or in the past, they would still have the same problem, which is they're running out of men. They need to keep changing their age regulations every often and then, and it's just bleeding their country dry. Desertion rates are up. I mean, it's a joke. It's terrible too.
The problem is that if we were to roll with that, with what you're saying,
Well, what do you think I said? I want to make sure you understand it.
Well, I mean, you're saying that it's inevitable that Russia is going to win, and so we should.
A lot of land.
Sorry, say that again.
They've already taken a lot of land, right? And so I think we should just end the killing now and get this war done with. And I know it's not that simple, but I think we should do everything in our power to do that.
I mean, so again, if we were to roll with that, all that we are saying is that, okay, just do a war of attrition. As long as you have nukes, it's okay for you to invade a country and then do a war of attrition. And then once you stretch it out for, I mean, at this point, let's just call it 5 years, then you can just keep whatever you hold. To me, that's...
What do you think? Nemo, what do you think that would signal? What do you think that would signal to China, Nemo?
Yeah, China would take Taiwan.
Yep.
Well,
Which, I mean, they're already in a wonderful position right now, and that is entirely because of our bullshit with Iran.
Okay, but I mean, what do you think Russia would realistically agree to? Because right now they won't even agree to the land they have. They want more than what land they currently occupy. And so at bare minimum, we kind of have to, in a way, give them what land they hold right now, right? And I know that doesn't look good on China, but then again, I'm trying to think. What countries is China going to invade?
Can I just ask you a question, caller?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with appeasement? The historical use of the term appeasement.
In World War II.
How did that end up?
Ended up poorly, but I mean, what's your solution then to the Russian conflict?
That they are made to leave Ukraine, because otherwise they're going to think they can take anything they like. They're not going to stop. We've seen that, historically. People don't stop.
Yeah,
they promise they will, and they don't.
You do realize that if we keep this war up, or if Ukraine and Russia keep this war up for another year, Ukraine's just going to collapse, right? They don't have the men.
What? You do realize that Ukraine has made huge gains against Russia? That do you follow this?
Are you kidding me? Are you saying they have plenty of men?
No. Listen to what I just said.
No, I understand. They
no.
gained,
Listen, I want you to listen to the words that just came out of my mouth. Did you understand what I just said? And I want you to respond to it. I'm not talking about just manpower. I am talking about the fact that Ukraine is actually winning. What you're doing is you're literally just saying things that the Russians are saying. They don't necessarily need more men. That's not necessarily what they need. They need drones. They need firepower. And when they have that, they're winning. And they are winning right now. They've made massive gains in the last 6 months alone. They've taken back huge amounts of land. Like, Ukraine is winning. You realize that, right?
Like when they have drones and missiles, sure, they're winning. But I mean,
Cool. So
yeah,
then why don't... So who cares about the number of men? What we need to do is support them with firepower, as we said that we
you
would.
say who cares about the number of men?
Yeah,
Is
who
that what
cares
you
about
just
the
said?
number of men? Because guess what? It's 2026. It's not 1946. So who cares about the number of men? We need to give them drones and missiles and whatnot, because the number of men don't matter as much as the amount of firepower that they have in the munitions, and that's what matters in this war, because that's how they're winning. So I don't understand what your point is there.
Well, I think you're trying to straw man my argument here. I'm saying that drones are very important, but also even you said men are still important in a war, right? It's like, who's gonna pilot drones? If AI, yeah, it's fine, but who is gonna operate all these things? They've had to expand their age gap.
How many men does the United States have on the ground in Iran right now?
How many men on the ground? 0, I believe.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
So actually men are not required. What is required is firepower. And that firepower can be that firepower can be operated from literally anywhere. By literally anyone.
The difference is that's an overseas war, and this is a land-to-land, like, touching border conflict.
That doesn't matter. This is literally just a war of attrition. Do you know what a war of attrition is?
I do. It's
Cool.
World
So
War
if you
I.
know that it's a war of attrition, what is Ukraine's goal? What's their main goal right now? What are they doing that is absolutely winning this war for them? What are they doing?
Well, drones, but they should be trying to sue for peace.
No, what are they doing right now that's winning the war?
Well, if they're winning, why don't they have their territory back? And also,
They are. I literally just pointed out to you that, number one, that they are gaining territory back. So thank you for not listening to what I just said. And number two, excuse me, don't fucking interrupt me, kiddo. Don't fucking interrupt me again. Number one, you're not listening to what anyone is saying. You're just listening to respond. You're not listening to understand. I literally just pointed out to you, and I can show you maps of the land that they fucking gained back. So they are gaining land back. But number two, if you would use your head, what they're doing right now is they are using their cheap, domestically produced long-range drones and their cruise missiles to do what? Oh, that's right, striking inside of Russia. Deep inside of Russia. What are they doing? Oh, that's right. They're hitting oil refineries and industrial plants and military hubs and all these different things. That's how they're winning this war. That's how they're gaining ground, and that's how they're making the Russians go, oh, fuck, this isn't going well, because the Russians are on their heels because they can't continue to fund this war. The only thing that it would take for Ukraine to punch Russia in the face and for them to fall the fuck over would be for us and the EU to just give them the rest of what they need, and then Russia's done. That's it. That's the only thing stopping Ukraine from absolutely kicking Russia in the balls, is them having the equipment that they need. Not the men, it's the equipment. Everyone knows this, and you arguing for more men is one of the stupidest things that I've heard in a long time. It's a Russian propaganda talking point, and it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I never argued for more men. I said they're running out of
You
men.
literally have been arguing for more men for the last fucking 15 minutes.
Yeah, didn't you just get mad at me for interrupting you? Like, didn't you just get mad at me?
I'm so sorry. Once again, whose name is up there? I don't fucking care. Grow the fuck up.
Yeah, you're right.
Grow the fuck up. Grow
You're
the
the
fuck
one
up. I know
coming
listen,
out
I
and
know that your
insinuating.
balls haven't fucking dropped yet, but grow the
Oh
fuck
my
up
God.
and oh my God. Oh, I'm so sad. Listen, I know that you are getting fucking killed here because you just spent 10 minutes saying, "Whoa, the men, oh this and that." You don't even understand what you're talking about, or you're purposefully repeating Russian propaganda talking points where they want you to think that Ukraine can't win this war or is not winning this war. And literally everybody else in the entire fucking world sees that Ukraine is winning this war and can win this war if they just have the fucking equipment that they need. That's it.
Well, I just want to point out this fella complained about not being able to talk about and being interrupted all the time. And then Nemo started talking and he immediately interrupted him. That's what that if you're like if this is the hill you want to die on, the being interrupted hill, then stop doing it yourself. Super simple.
Yeah, I should have never joined this live stream. You're right. I'm wrong. Ukraine only needs more drones, and I am stupid for supporting Trump and not liking the bad things he does. You guys are all right. You guys all won. Thank you for being respectful to me and letting me on the live stream. I hope you guys have a great night. Nemo, I really appreciate you and me had a great dialogue. I really appreciate it.
W concession.
Yeah, W concession. He likes you though, Nemo. He likes you.
They always do.
Yeah, dude, and like I just messaged you. I said you whatever you think is right, man. All good, of course. Real quick, thank you to our friend Anna. I just saw this. Sorry I didn't get to it while he was on. It says, thank you, Matt, for speaking truth about Ukraine to these incel Russian state media, a.k.a. Fox News watching morons. They infuriate me with their lack of knowledge. You know, I just don't like this whole idea that like, oh, Ukraine, like, no. It's just if you look at what's happened, you see the land that they've gained. If you see what they've done, it is absolutely going their way. But they need the help to finish the job. And what is that they need? They need fucking, like, they need Patriot missiles. They need Patriot missiles. And they need more long-range drones. And if they had those things, Russia's cooked. They just don't have those things. They don't have enough.
Yeah.
And they also have to not consult with like 5 other countries before they use the hardware that they've been given. Like, let them, if you're going to give them the hardware, let them make the decision about when they use it.
Yeah. That is one of those things that I will criticize Biden over. And I've been pretty consistent on that. As far as, Biden's administration, his major the things that I'll criticize him on are like Ukraine, which, if you compare his response to Obama's response or to Trump's response, he's much better. He actually gave sizable aid packages to Ukraine. So, there's that. But I will still criticize him on it because if it was a different country that we have a good relationship with, I'm trying to think of one that's not in NATO. But if it was, I guess Ireland. I mean, let's use Ireland. Just, I guess, why not? If it was Ireland, we would definitely be doing way more than just, some aid packages. Or, you know what, Australia. That's very good. Yes, Australia. If it was Australia, we would have a very different response than what we have with Ukraine. We would be giving way more. We would be doing way more. And it's just really frustrating to me that this whole thing of, oh well, we don't want to escalate. We don't want to give too much, because if we give too much, then Putin will get real mad, and then he might pop off nukes. No, that's silly. Stop that. The nukes don't fly unless Moscow is literally being invaded. Like that's the only instance in which the nukes would fly. And this fear of, oh my god, but they have nuclear weapons. All that you're saying is, okay, well actually it's okay to invade a country if they don't have nukes and you do. And then all that you have to do is say, well, if you fight back, I will use nukes, and then America will just stop. Or any ally that is backing the invaded country will just stop because, oh my god, nuke's scary. It sets a really dangerous precedent. China was the main one, right? They'll take Taiwan. And China's in a really, really good position to do that militarily. Especially right now, because I don't think that we have, I think that our only carrier in that region, that's George Washington, and that one was just sent to Iran, so it's somewhere in the Indian Ocean right now. China could do that. Do I think they're going to? Right now, probably not. But the point is that we're setting a dangerous precedent if we just do this shit where, okay, Russia, you can have it. Like we already did that. Right? That already happened with Georgia. Georgia is one of those things that a lot of people don't talk about. So Georgia, which, Georgia wasn't entirely innocent in this, but Russia literally invaded Georgia, the country, and there's an artificial border to this day in Georgia that the rest of the world doesn't recognize, but Russia just claims territory.
Hey, Nemo, I hate to bust in here, but apparently somebody named America Amen is streaming our live because they've got they've been pocket watching with Liam and some other people. They decided to watch us because they've only got 30 viewers in their live. So they decided to stream us. They decided to stream our live. They decided to stream our live. Look at that. Oh no, they just switched over to back to Danielle's live. Yeah. Oh no, look at that. Oh.
That's a shame. I understand why though. Liam is a fan of all of us, so I get it. I get it.
Yeah. I've had interactions with America Amen. He's a red hat. Generally, the interactions have been, I guess, cordial or whatever. Obviously, Liam is just a pussy ass bitch, but yeah, that's sad. That's really sad, America Amen.
Oh, he's not watching anymore. He switched back to Danielle's live because people were calling him out for it. So he switched back because he's like, oh, I think they know. But don't worry, I just I hopped into the chat and I said, hey, it's okay. I would definitely pop in to watch our live with 1,200 people if I only had 30 viewers. Also, I said I made sure. I was like, yeah, I do that too. I feel for it. I feel for him.
Can you add that 30 viewers to your viewer count then?
I mean, I would, yeah. So we're up to 1,230 over here on TikTok, and then plus whatever we've got over on the Tube. We were close to 200 earlier, and then there's more here. So, yeah. Liam isn't blocked here. Liam is more than welcome to come and watch my lives, and because he definitely he definitely likes to do that, but he just doesn't get to come up anymore. So, yeah. Oh boy. Anyways, that's all. Just thought it was really fucking funny. So, that being said, though, it is kind of about that time to wrap things up. So let's see here. All right. I want to check one thing. Yeah. Check this here. Okay.
I think that's funny, Amanda, that we should go raid America Amen. But I also think, who's giving that guy more viewers? Not us.
Yeah, we're not. We're not giving him. We're not giving him views. No thanks. I'm good. Yeah, but I do think it is about time to wrap things up. Once again, thank you to Neptune over on the tube for some additional gifts. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm good on my thank yous. Nemo, do you have any left?
Yes, I have 2. Thank you, Devin, for the $1 on Venmo. Yeah, you were giving us a heads up about America Amen. Thank you for that. And thank you, Anna, for the 4 on Venmo. You said, thank you, Nemo. As always, Slava Ukraine. Oh. Yes, caller. You are dumb as fuck. Damn right. Slava Ukraine.
Oh no, they're back to watching us again. Although, guys, I hate to break this to you, your show is going to be off now. We're getting off for the evening. I know that you need to stream other people's lives because you've got such low viewership, and you need people with 1,100 viewers and whatnot. I know. I'm so sorry that our good content is coming to an end. But you guys can stream us another time. I know. It's okay.
Matt, I think they're just such big fans that even when they're on live, they still have to watch you live.
I guess so. I don't know why some of them don't come over here and just talk to us. Maybe they're just afraid. But that's okay. I mean, that's fine. Also, Liam is over there, and he's just a little bitch. So I don't know. Anyways, we need to. Yeah, I mean,
Liam is very much a bitch. But American Amen, if you want to actually debate instead of doing whatever peanut gallery shit that is, yeah, let me know. I'm not going to sleep.
He's in the comments right now, Nemo.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to sleep. We can debate.
Oh, look, there he is. Oh, well, there he is. Well, anyways, we're done for the evening. Nemo, are you going to go to Danielle's?
Yep.
Well, then I would say then for tonight, then we should go over there, and you can go and you can absolutely have some fun over there. Maybe one of those guys will man up and debate you over there. So we'll put Danielle's down there. Here we go. Guys, tell them that Nemo and I sent you. Appreciate you. And, guys, just want to say we appreciate all of the support, obviously. Thank you to everybody over on the tube. Please make sure that you're subscribed to both of us. Also, we got Erika's down there as well. Please drop her a follow. Drop all of us a follow over here on TikTok. We appreciate, like I said, all of the support. Thank you for the additional support and the links in the bios and links down there in the tube. Also, thanks to our viewers over on Twitch. Don't think that we've forgotten about you guys. We appreciate you. Also, thanks to our other friend Erika Shante for coming up earlier. We appreciate you, friend. Sorry you had to go. And we'll see you back tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern.